future is ours, blasting through galaxies, reaching for the stars.
The ring, fans start to spin. ZOTAC unguided missile, custom build ring. Crank the settings, watch it high and split. Mech hero gaming, train all day. Frames per second, in the hundreds they soar. Mind rings a beast, never asking for more. Loving gaming, builds feeling pride. ZOTAC USA, leading the line. Ram-packed tight, flow through the pipes, crushing every title, no lag in my sights. Mech hero running hot, never hit snap. GPU flex, no need to brag. Crushing every title, no lag in my sights. Mech hero running hot, never hit snag. GPU flex, no need to brag. Unleashing the power, the might of the beast. ZOTAC game rising, we're ready to feast. PC gaming warriors, we will never cease. From the graphics to the frames, we bring the masterpiece. Crushing pixels, shredding screens with a light. ZOTAC in the battle, we're the kings of the fight. Revving up the engines, taking off in the night. PC gaming anthem, we're ready for the fight. ZOTAC gaming legend, the name that we trust. From 4K resolution to graphics robust. Unleashing the fury in games we trust. ZOTAC gaming's power will never adjust. tales of wars we know. In the glow, in the darkness show. Eyes glued to the screen, living in a dream. Graphics so supreme, night becomes a scene.
Zombie GPUs rise from the grave. ZOTAC Gaming got the tech, it's what you crave. Haunted frame rates, every soul enslaved. Ghostly shadows cast on screens so depraved. Darkness falls, the fans start to howl. Skeleton rigs with the pixel power prowl. Hex with speed, demons disembowel. Vampire frames feast, that's the foul vow. ZOTAC Gaming, the specter of the night. Haunted circuits, ghastly speed in sight. Phantom frames, darkness takes flight. Pixel terror, gaming's eerie light. Haunted gaming, the specter of the night. Haunted circuits, ghastly speed in sight. Phantom frames, darkness takes flight. Pixel terror, gaming's eerie light. Haunted firmware creeping through the veins. Pixelated nightmares drive you insane. ZOTAC's grip, death in the lanes. Wraith like whispers, no escapes remain. Candles flicker, shadows on the wall. Endless corridors where lost gamers fall. ZOTAC's ghostly glimmer, tech enthrall. Every pixel, cursed obeys the call. Tombstone frames, gaming from the crypt. Graveyard smash, every circuit ripped. Witches laugh, darkened FPS flips. ZOTAC's reign in terror scripts. Darkness falls, the fans start to howl. Skeleton rigs with the pixel power prowl. Hex with speed, demons disembowel. Vampire frames feast, that's the foul vow. ZOTAC Gaming, the specter of the night. Haunted circuits, ghastly speed in sight. Phantom frames, darkness takes flight. Pixel terror, gaming's eerie light. Haunted firmware creeping through the veins. Pixelated nightmares drive you insane. ZOTAC's grip, death in the lanes. Wraith like whispers, no escapes remain. Candles flicker, shadows on the wall. Endless corridors where lost gamers fall. ZOTAC's ghostly glimmer, tech enthrall. Every pixel, curse obeys the call. Tombstone frames, gaming from the crypt. Graveyard smash, every circuit ripped. Witches laugh, darkened FPS flips. ZOTAC's reign in terror scripts. Tombstone frames, gaming from the crypt. Graveyard smash, every circuit ripped. Witches laugh, darkened FPS flips. ZOTAC's reign in terror scripts.
Down by the river where the pine trees grow, there's a new gadget that's starting to show. Plastic and metal screens, one glow. Grab your console, it's time to go. In the truck bed or the fishing spot, portable magic, the best we've got. Gaming on the go in every plot. ZOTAC Zone, it sure hits the spot. In the trumpet or the fishing spot, portable magic, the best we've got. Gaming on the go in every plot. ZOTAC Zone, it sure hits the spot. Get in the zone and take it along. Play your games where the heart belongs. Country, rhythm, guitar, and song. ZOTAC Zone, where you can't go wrong. At the diner where the old folks meet, or out in the field with the summer heat. Gaming delight that can't be beat. Zone in your hands, it's mighty sweet. When the cows come home and the day's work's done, sit on the porch with the setting sun. Console in hand, your moment of fun. ZOTAC Zone for everyone. Get in the zone and take it along. Play your games where the heart belongs. Country, rhythm, guitar, and song. ZOTAC Zone, where you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And the day's work's done, sit on the porch with the setting sun. Console in hand, your moment of fun. ZOTAC Zone for everyone. Get in the zone and take it along. Play your games where the heart belongs. Country, rhythm, guitar, and song. ZOTAC Zone, where you can't go wrong. Where you can't go wrong.
No lag and bush, cooling takeaways to dream fans that hush. Colors popping off the screen, hue so lush. Rendering the clean, zero frame rush in the game world. ZOTAC reigns supreme, crushing competition. Living that dream, clarity crisp. Pixels zero team, ZOTAC gear, the ultimate team. In the neon glow tonight, screens that shine so bright. Pixel dreams take flight in this digital delight. Circuits pulse with power each and every hour. Gaming worlds grow sour, but we're strong like a tower. ZOTAC gaming leads the way. Tech dreams come alive today. Innovation here to stay in this vibrant tech-filled play. Frames per second climb in this rhythm, feel the time. Life in every rhyme, technology sublime. Overclocking hearts race, winning every chase. Feel the infinite space in this electrifying embrace. ZOTAC gaming leads the way. Tech dreams come alive today. Innovation here to stay in this vibrant tech-filled play. technology sublime. Overclocking hearts race, winning every chase. Feel the infinite space in this electrifying embrace. ZOTAC gaming leads the way. Tech dreams come alive today. Innovation here to stay. In this vibrant tech-filled play.
Hey everybody, we're late. It's me. We're always late. It's the way. I've wrangled all of the humans for the most part. I've got someone from Be Quiet, from Patriot Viper, ZOTAC person here, and some other people as well. We're here to build a PC that's going to eventually house a 5090 and will house a 5080 tomorrow. When I go live at 6 a.m., I will show it off and go through that whole process on the same channel, and we're going to be doing just giveaways the whole day, like every hour. So make sure you're there. Well, you tell me. They're talking in my head. 6 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow for 12 hours. Nothing, I don't think. But on here, we're doing just those mouse mats, t-shirts, and magnets for the whole day. I think, unless somebody tells me to give something else away. And then we're going to do games all day. And it will be DLSS4 Day 0 games, which is a pretty cool list. So tonight we're going to do this build with the 900X3D, with Patriot Viper RAM, Be Quiet case and cooler and stuff like that. And we're going to talk through all that stuff here very, very shortly. I want to get right into it. I don't want to spend too much time because I'm already obviously late. Earlier, I was warned that this is going to take 3 hours because I basically have wrangled a bunch of children to come in here and trash talk. Just brand people when you get them together. Anyway, I'll bring them in now and reveal the stuff inside, and we're just going to work through stuff. I will say, just for the interest of time, I imaged all the NVMe drives last night, so I will have one to show you unpackaging, but the rest have already been imaged, so I can not stay up super late and then wake up at 6 o'clock on the stream for 12 hours tomorrow. Am I going to drink while building? Yes, water. There is a giveaway live now, or there should be, and then S-Reg's going to handle that as we continue on through the rest of the night. I think that really covers it. 50 series launches tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you didn't already know that, I've revealed some secret information that is not very secret. I looked over to see if Bryant was raging at me with his face, and he was not, so I guess I'm fine. Is it gonna load all the cameras? Is it gonna do its thing? There they go.
Whoa!
Whoa.
It did the thing.
It did the thing. Look, I've got two 50 series cards. Motherboard, cooler. I don't know why the one part that identifies what this cooler is off camera, but I'll show it in a second. Placement. Fans all over the place. No, I don't think I have the right set of fans. I assume you're gonna notice that as I put it together. But we'll do the best we can. And do you want to say hi? Why don't you start, Kevin?
Oh, I get to say hi, Dad? Thanks. All right, so hi, I'm BIGKevin. I'm from Be Quiet, which is a German-based company that prides themselves on, well, as the name suggests, very, very quiet fans, cases, coolers, power supplies, and that type of stuff. Basically anything that vibrates in your PC and makes noise, like those things, we try and make really, really quiet ones. So that's
anything that vibrates in your PC.
Anything that we can fix.
I mean, there's a lot of additions we could go with there, but let's just say anything that they make will not vibrate as much.
It's true.
Fair enough. All right. Well, with that being
And
said,
not just very quiet, very, very quiet.
That's absolutely the case. Instead, you get a nice dose of venom from these folks over here at Patriot. Shannon, take it.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Shannon. I'm the marketing manager at Patriot. I also work with our product team. Basically, we're just a bunch of engineering nerds for the past 40 years that have just tried to make things go fast, whether it's SSDs, memory, what have you. We just, I don't know, we love what we do. That's why we're sitting here. That's why we're sitting here talking to you guys because, I mean, whether I'm playing video games or talking to you guys, we're all going to be here having fun and. Hopefully when you start it up, everything works great. Otherwise, I'm going to blame you for breaking it because we already pre-gamed this, so.
If it doesn't break, is it even a stream?
That's probably true. When he's like, I'm imaging the drives. Is it cool to do it without the heatsink plugged in? I'm like, sure, let's try it.
I did a temp test on the drive, and it was only 70C on the heatsink. So,
70C, that's
yeah.
Heatsink too.
Yeah.
Sure.
It did its job.
Fine.
It's going to be plugged in and an active fan from now on. Before I go to ZOTAC Rev, I'm just going to say one additional thing here. There's a rule I have when I build PCs. And Kevin learned this from me when we were at PAX. I don't test power. I refuse. Built so many computers forever, goes on the first time. Put it together, seal it up, and turn it on, and it's on. That's how I do it. That's how I'm doing it today.
Yes, sure.
That's how I'm doing it today.
That's a thing.
Yep.
That's
how I like to live my life.
That's a way. That's one route.
A quarter mile at a time.
That's a way to do things. But
Yes.
That just because it's a way. Yes.
Oops. Wrong button. A quarter mile. Oops. I turned people off again. A quarter mile at a time.
Bye, Kevin. Kevin,
You're
go
back
home.
now. You're back.
That's an interesting one, Shauna. It's like, and I will die on that hill.
I 100% will die on that hill.
Hey, you know what? If it works for you, cool, man. I've had way too many times where I start it. Well, not to admit too much, but I've had literal flames where I'm like, oh, that's how things happen.
So
and I work on this stuff, so.
If it catches on fire, then I know who to blame. So that won't be my fault.
It's not me.
Bryant, would you like to say hello? So
Hello,
you can
everyone.
leave.
My name is Bryant. I am in the marketing team for ZOTAC. Sean's been bothering me to put my face on stream. And I finally agreed to it, so thanks Sean for that. But yeah.
We all make mistakes. Welcome to the stream.
Admit that it was a mistake. Welcome.
You get to come here and have some fun, man.
And
I will be
then
leaving like 20 minutes though, so.
I know you look like you're asleep already. It's fine, I understand.
No, I have family stuff today. It's Lunar New Year,
Wednesday.
man. It's Lunar New Year.
I want to know more about what you have for the New Year fancy dinner. I assume it's fancy. I want to know more about it.
Not even fancy. It's just dinner.
Okay.
Just dinner.
I'm gonna ask
Just
more
sandwiches.
later, but that's fine.
I'll send you
Woodrow,
pictures.
you can introduce yourself because you don't work for a brand, but I was supposed to build at
That's
your
true.
house.
I'm a big PC component fan. I helped Sean out on the foundation, and I think it was Kevin. Be quiet. I think we met at PAX. Just this last year in Seattle, and then just looking forward to watching Sean build the computer today. I would be there with him, but I have a cold, so I figured I would stay away.
I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's everyone. So what should we start with here? Let's prep the motherboard, I guess. See how quickly we can do this efficiently.
Everyone's here. Everyone's here to see the big sexy.
You do?
And the card. Sorry.
Oh, was that you or me?
All three
I'll
of
show the
us.
cards. I've actually shown the cards off a lot.
Actually, 4. I gotta include Bryant. Come on.
So
That back end. Real nice. Wait, show that again. Show that again.
Hold on.
you mean this?
Ooh, oh wait.
Oh no,
is that
that's the
infinity
front.
mirror?
That's the front end. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
and
there's
then
the
the
tuchus.
back.
There we
That's
go.
it. There.
That's the
Nice.
good. That's the.
This
good
does
stuff.
have. Do you see the copper in there? This actually made. It's not actually copper, but it's like bronze metal coated. It actually put a frame in here that attaches all the way to the end instead of like a random piece of metal that holds this on. There's actually
like
a
a-
frame.
That's like a PCB support, right?
There's a whole. This whole thing is a solid piece of metal that goes all the way around. Yeah.
That's
So
a
it
sick
had.
card.
This
that
is
a video there at the end?
Is
yes.
is
Sure.
the
Wow.
PCI slot cover like that? Is it like an anodized copper color?
It is not.
Okay, it just looks that way on
It's
camera.
it's because what you're seeing is that frame.
Oh,
Yeah, you're seeing the frame inside through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to show, but you can kind of see it. You see it right here.
yeah, okay, yep.
So that's attached to this metal bar that goes all the way around the whole card. Supports
so
the
it's-
entire thing and
It's a
through.
GPU stiffening frame essentially.
It's easier to
So
see
that's-
on this one because it actually you can see it. So that's actually supported by 3 screws onto the IO cover, which is this is the sturdiest cover that I've ever messed
Rip it
with.
off.
This card
Rip it
does
off.
not
Rip it off.
flex. Rip it off? You told me I have to send these back.
You
I guess
do,
I didn't-
but still. You
I
break
guess
it,
I
you-
didn't have to send it back not broken.
Hey Kevin, was I the only one that was like looking like this, trying to get a better angle at the card? I was like, how can I see it the other angle?
Normally what I do is use a different camera. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, we're really
Let me
gonna
add
challenge
one
the system
more.
now.
Camera.
He's gonna add another camera live. This is gonna go well.
This one, I think it's not.
Okay, we mentioned like something catching on fire. We just didn't realize it was gonna be the stream.
Yes, yes.
This
It's not
this
the power supply,
4060
it's not the GPU.
and 11700K system is working real hard. Okay.
11700K, absolutely.
Yes. So yeah, this is the frame I was talking about. So it goes all the way around, through here in the back, and then continues on the other side, as well as up close. You can see it a little better with this camera.
Man,
Yeah.
thick boy.
It is. This is a thick boy, and it is. I try to bend it. It actually is really sturdy. It doesn't flex at all.
That's a little over 3 slots, right?
Yeah, I think it's supposed
Yep.
to be maybe a quarter or half.
She's a chunky.
It is not a light card.
I bet that thing runs chilly though. I bet that things are nice and cool.
So this one is the Amp Extreme Infinity. This is the big fancy bad boy, and this is an early kind of preview sample, so you can't quite see it, but this actually is old school style frosted clear plastic. So this light bar that's right here will glow through this clear plastic around the fans, as well as you'll be able to actually see the fins, which we'll show more tomorrow.
I was gonna say we've got to see that.
And then this is the classy solid. It's really simple. There's no big light bar. There's only one light area. It's all like chromed out in different spots and coppered out. It's a little less heavy, but it does have that same frame. It has the same kind of cooler, same end to end.
See where the pots are.
Yep. Yeah, the
Yes, I love this.
the machined edges are beautiful because they like just pop.
This one does not have that same kind of thing. It does in here a little bit, but it does have an extra mirror finish right here for reflecting all those fancy glows. Yep. So the one without all the RGBs is the Solid OC. I'm holding up to the wrong camera, and then this Infinity. Yes, these are upgraded coolers from last year. I will tell you guys the same thing that I had told everyone else. I have 4090. They're a big bad boy 4090. The Amp Extreme Aero box is back there. I push that card as hard as I possibly can, and I have never seen it go above 69 Celsius. Ever. It is ridiculously cool, and this one is upgraded and built even more. So I'm really excited to see how cool it sits. I like to think that you guys are texting each other right now of how you're going to troll me. I can see he doesn't have the face you do. Your face is constantly like mischievous.
I have to be
Kevin-
looking at things.
Yeah.
Kevin and
All the time.
Kevin and I are good buddies. We've worked together for quite a while.
We go
All
back
right.
quite a ways, and of course, isn't this a teams meeting, right? Like so.
Oh
is.
God, we already discussed
you know,
this.
You're
Oh, no.
leading, and we're sitting here following you. Bryant is obviously filing off like 800 emails that he forgot to do last 2 weeks, right?
He's like, oh, sample request.
First of
No.
all,
Oh, yes, I can do.
Do you
there are
need me
things
to
happening
give you
tomorrow
guys
at 6
some
a.m.
numbers? Remind you all to turn on your cameras.
5090, all
right.
of the DLSS. All of the ray tracings.
Let's repair the board. Yes, I'm using one of the GN mats. Steve sent that to me, so I'm going to use it. It is. You have a what? I don't have those, and I wish I did. I just have this, which I just
It's
opened.
full of Patriot Viper RAM, actually.
It's a fun collectible. I have a
Probably
giant
have
mug back there.
probably
It
have a
just
few
has a
sticks,
mouse pad
probably.
in it.
Mine has screwdrivers. That says the difference. Like all my memories stacked on a test bench, just out of frame. But like I just have like 30 screwdrivers crammed into a cup that I'm pretty sure is one screwdriver away from shattering.
I need to get. I wasn't supposed to do this here, so I had to pull out the backup table, which is
Uh-oh.
hopefully nothing falls down.
Great enough.
It does make this.
Dude! Oh, we gotta have it. Oh, chat has to have an over/under on this going over before this. Hey, Bryant. You okay? Now you see your card sitting on that table. I'm pretty sure your card may be too heavy for that table.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how heavy is the 5090 again?
It's just a little wobbly.
It's a dummy.
It's a dummy.
It could almost be a Christmas ornament.
It's about to be a dead sample. Just saying.
It's been
It's
a
just a
dead
little
sample.
wobbly. Nothing too terrible. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear me when I'm over here. I need to get my other microphone, which I forgot to do. So please hold 1 second.
See, I have my boom arm, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be moving around. I need my headset mic.
I have the boom arm, but it doesn't get far enough over. I guess maybe if I yell. Can you still hear me if I'm like this? Okay. I can always turn it up.
We've been talking anyway.
Let's slide this over.
Dude, we could totally play Mr. Announcer Man. Dude,
All right.
we can Announcer Man this. Can we do like the Mexican soccer announcer though? Goal!
I think it just happened, so
It's okay.
I'm just gonna
How
physically
much farther-
turn up the
How much
microphone.
farther can I fall? I'm good. By the way, X870. Ooh, that's hurting. What chip are you using, buddy?
Is that too loud now or better? Better?
You're fine.
Perfect.
Okay.
What chip?
So overall, though, there is not a graphics card on the market that can compete with this, right?
5090, right?
Not the
5090.
5090.
Just
Not
in
the
general.
5090.
Neither.
Yeah.
We'll say
Not
not.
yet. No, nothing
Yes.
yet.
What
Say.
chip am I using? First, I'm going to say thank you to Kevin and then the person from AMD who shipped this for Kevin. Which I don't remember their name. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. 900X3D.
Yeah, they can't see any of it. It's an AMD. Yep, it's got
Yep.
indents. It's
9800X3D.
Yeah, 98.
I was like, am I at a vision test?
I
again?
could
Did
turn
get
it.
the eye doctor?
It's so small. This is my best
Read
camera.
the top line.
It's so powerful.
What is it?
not
9000X3D?
hard
Or?
It is a
Yeah.
900X3D, yeah.
Nice. That's a great choice.
So
That
as-
should replace that. What is that you're running? What is
11.
catching on fire?
Okay,
underneath your
so-
desk right now.
what's going to happen, assuming it happens, the dream is that the
11
gaming
safety.
PC is going to be a 9800X3D and the 5090, and my stream PC is going to be a 9950X and 5080. So what I currently have is a 13700K and a 4090. 13700K that may or may not have recently started giving me some random BSODs for no reason whatsoever. And an 11700K and a 4060.
That is currently running this stream, baby.
Yes, it is.
And it's still working great.
It is handling it.
That's, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. You know
No.
what?
So this is not the motherboard that is going to be in the final builds. The final version motherboard is actually going to be X870E RS Pro and ICE, because I'm going to do, the plan is to do a black version of this build and a white version of this build, and then basically invert it using the little easy to move feet that the light base has. And then the two GPUs will be winking at each other across from under my desk with my feet in between. Yeah. And if people are really lucky, maybe I'll take a picture, including my feet. Anyway.
For free?
So, I didn't say for free. So.
Well, you said really lucky, so you're talking lucky and rich.
Yeah. Lucky enough to send money.
Lucky and oh wow, both. Okay.
So yes, we're using this Eagle right now as a temporary filler board, which will be great. It'll still work fine. One of the things I am really excited about, just as this is a tech nerd thing. When I have two X870E RS Pro boards, they both have 40 gig USB 4 ports, and I am going to do USB 4 networking. You guys ever done?
What that means?
You guys ever done Thunderbolt networking before?
No.
I have, yes, but
okay.
Go ahead, explain.
So,
Exactly.
USB 4 is just Thunderbolt 3, basically, in a nutshell. Thunderbolt 3 and Thunderbolt 4 both have the ability to create what is essentially a 20 gigabit per second end-to-end network link. They can do TCP and all that stuff. So I'm going to basically connect the two machines by a 40 gig USB-C cable and have this local connection that never goes anywhere and is up to 20 gigabits per second without having to go buy a switch or use Ethernet or anything like that, which is exactly what I want to do because most of my stuff is done through NDI and tons of data transfer. So thank you to Shannon for giving me drives that will help me handle that. And so, yeah, you can do that with basically any USB 4. It's one of the lesser known Thunderbolt features. And then Thunderbolt 5's version is going to be insane, like 80 gigabits per second or something. I'm really stoked. So the only bummer about the temporary filler board, this only has 3 M.2 slots. So one of the drives is going to live in an external enclosure until I get the other board. Now, the other board has 4. They both have a single Gen 5 slot. The other board has 3 Gen 4 slots. This one has 2. Somebody said something about power. Just a general reminder here. I have a 13700K and an 11700K, and they're not clocked low. I'm not going to be using more power. Hilariously and disturbingly, I'm going to be using about the same amount of power when I do this swap. Because the 3700K will use like 250 watts or more easily. It is not an efficient CPU. Okay, should we put the CPU in? If I didn't lose it, there it is. This is my favorite part. Did you guys know, or just to give you a fun fact here, the first LGA board that I had like this, Intel board, I destroyed all the pins with a piece of paper towel that got free. Just shredded it.
That was the thing I was actually going to say was be careful. Pins, not friendly. Pins are not your friends.
I don't know what this blue goo is that just came out of this packaging, but I'm just going to assume it's fine and not worry about it.
Oh, it blue goo on the chip? Yeah, don't worry about that.
That's just thermal paste.
That's special thermal paste. Don't worry about that.
That's kinda what I
KPX if it's
thought.
blue.
It's on my skin
yeah.
now.
That's KPX if it's blue.
Yes. See?
Is it
Shannon.
because
Gee,
they came in here?
I wonder how I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have this gigantic tube of it, so trust me.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
beautiful. Does that mean that this is binned?
I cannot confirm or deny or say anything, Sean.
Hey,
Anything?
this is the only one I think I can confirm is probably binned. That's literally on the. That's literally I wrote that on my CPU folder for that one.
All right, CPU's in. Little socket cover dealie. I'm gonna do. So I did one of these last night, and I'm gonna do the other one now. I wanted to go into great detail about how Be Quiet German engineers the crap out of everything, and the way that this M.2 cooler is packaged is next level. There's also a magnetic screwdriver in here, which is okay. Cool, appreciate it. So
You gotta wait till you get one with their air coolers, bro. They got big long ass screwdrivers with their air coolers that are sick.
I have it.
Yeah, I think I have a few of them in my toolbox.
I need more. I'm about to get another one because there's an Elite sitting over there. At one point, if I get enough of them, I could make a cool decoration.
It's actually one of our highest requested part that comes through our Army main department, where people are asking about the screwdriver. Yeah, and it comes with a little baby guy. It's and I forget what it is. It's like a T something. I don't know, whatever the Germans would want to use. It's something really small. Okay.
It is.
It's not Phillips or even Allen key or something convenient at all. But we include the tool for you. Okay. And
So you don't gotta go
it's
find a
great.
screwdriver for it.
It is
Right. It's in the box.
magnetic. I cannot tell you how exciting that was. And as somebody who's built a lot of computers in their life, the dumbest things get really exciting, like the fact that all of the screws are attached to that tiny little piece of tape so that they don't just fall out and immediately get lost. I don't.
So we really do a great job at over engineering. Like, there's no reason for that. But
they all come out
you know, they come out. Yep, they come out as a little strip, and they're all lined up.
It's always the small things, man.
So, this is what I'll be putting in. I need to do a hotkey to turn the camera on and off.
It's an M.2. Have
It
you guys
is.
seen one? It looks like this big, and it goes
It's
in
like
the
a
same
stick.
slot.
It's like a stick of gum, but it
It's like
holds
a-
a lot of stuff and goes really fast.
Don't chew it.
Yeah,
Um,
don't chew it. A, because that would definitely void the warranty, and B, make sure to put the standoff on so you don't have it all bent into the motherboard, because people do that way too often.
Oh no, I like to do that. That's how you know you get a good fit.
Oh, that's how you know it has good tension. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't
I-
leave one to snap. Opening these is one of my favorite things in the world because of that beautiful little snap you can get when you fold them.
Oh yeah, you pop them.
Yep.
Hey, what do you think of that stream idea, Kev, for a future one with Sean?
To do a part of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Do it all together. Maybe
I
we
think
could-
that could be fun. We're gonna have to discuss that after this stream.
we could.
Are you guys making trouble or something cool?
No, we're actually coming up with
Yes.
an interesting. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All the
answer is
yes. All the yes. Good
Right.
catch, Kev.
And
Good catch.
Bryant, you'll just get dragged into it because, well, you said yes, and it's your
They've
own-
already
Actually,
seen
I said no a couple times.
Hey, but you said yes. Finally, the seal is broken. The seal is broken. It's now. You're now one of us. It's just happened. And now, if we need you, you've got to tag in, bro.
Gotcha.
He's like, I hate my life right now. I just want to go to dinner.
No, I just want to. I mean, it'd be nice to be at home, but I'm in the office actually.
Hey.
I mentioned that already.
I work from home.
It's like you're in a padded room.
You
Are
did.
you sure it's the office?
That's a But
Where
that
they
thing that
put
goes
you
up and
when
down
you're
for
when
the
you're
sun.
bad. Like
Oh, it blocks the window, right?
Yeah, it blocks the window.
Corporate office cannot have happiness and sun. Closed. I shouldn't say that.
Too much sunlight gives you too much energy.
We
Too
love
much
our
vitamin
job.
D for you, man.
Nice,
My mind-
nice.
my
It's
mind's
squeezed down on those thermal pads.
I love that Sean's trying to be serious while we're not. This is
No.
entertaining.
No. Just
I gotta
say,
go,
just say,
Sean.
get a good grip. Go, get it down there.
I think
You're
Brian said
leaving.
Don't.
I think
Yeah.
Bryant said he had to go.
I have to
Okay.
go. It was nice seeing you guys.
Dude,
Bye,
it was
Bryant.
awesome seeing you, bro.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you.
He's like, I'm sleeping in. Screw that.
No, I'm actually gonna try to buy a 5090 FE from Best Buy.
You are too.
Yeah.
Are you going with Jason to stand in line?
No, I'm buying. Oh no, I'm buying it. We're buying it online. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt. All right, peace.
Good luck.
guys.
Oh, Jason Ladera. Man, that's.
I mean, that guy goes hard. Look at him,
No.
Brian. He even works for a company that makes graphics cards. Nah, not good enough. I want that FE, dog. I need to go stand in line, and you know,
I'm holding
They-
I'm holding off for now. My 4080's happy.
They
That's a great card.
they want to do the SFX. This is a beautiful card.
But it's big.
It's not the SFX slot, like the tiny little 5090 FE. I got through them all. I almost said 3090, did 4090.
Funny how we got to the point where we do bicep curls with graphics cards. At this point, yeah.
between that and power supplies, it's like you got the
Yeah.
whole line of you do
Yeah.
all the different.
Yeah,
stretches
that means
and
no
The
more
lifts.
component workout, right?
No efficiencies. You can't keep upping efficiency, Kev. You need to keep those things heavy.
Yeah, that's right.
Otherwise,
That's
otherwise
right.
he's gonna suffer. You can't let that.
Pure aluminum frame cast. Yeah, absolutely.
No, you need those old school steel cases. Remember those ones with like the steel
Yes.
motherboard trays? That
I
weigh, like,
recently-
80 pounds.
I recently learned that Kevin, at some point, or maybe somebody Kevin knows, was one of the people who cut the window into my case I custom ordered many years
That
ago.
was probably Kevin.
Yes.
Me, a law.
In a totally different life at this point, it feels like. Just a little, huh, Kev?
Back.
Back at Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right.
You
I do really
remember
like how
when-
On
these
track.
work.
Back on track. Okay, cool.
Oh no,
Uh,
I'm really
so-
good at just continuing on. You guys can just keep
what
doing
is
whatever.
that
trying-
floppy cable that you got hanging out there? What's
Hey,
that
hey,
donkey
hey.
thing? What
Hey,
is
hey.
that?
You mean
Be
this?
nice to that.
Be nice
This?
to what? This is
That's my Gen 5 drive. That's the fan for the Gen 5 drive.
At least you did it.
That is no, it's wrapped all the way,
It's
and then
wrapped.
it wraps around, and then it has a cable that hooks. Trust me, when we first were doing that, it was like straight up like two different color cables, and I'm like, that has to be black. I'm like, it cannot be colored. Like, it has to be able to hide it. And then we were gonna try to make a fan header at the end. That's why if you see it has a 2-pin connector that connects to another cable, because I was like, hell yeah, we're gonna make a. I was like, yes, we're gonna make a fan. I was like, I swear I'm trying, guys.
It's okay.
We were gonna make a fan header for it, and the problem we found was when we were doing some testing, some users didn't realize that fan headers adjust. So if you plugged it in and the fan header decided to turn down, we didn't want the drive like it would just throttle. It wouldn't hurt it, but we're like, let's not. Let's not do that. So we decided to hook it to constant power just so we avoid it. Because that was a problem just waiting to happen. And when we're designing products, I think Kevin can appreciate this, is that when we design products, a lot of times we try to think like, what's the worst thing people
There
will
we go.
possibly do? What's the dumbest thing that will happen?
some companies work that way. Yes. Other companies do not understand stupidity. There is no such thing as a stupid user.
Oh,
Shall we peel?
just a stupidly designed product.
See if we can get this into the microphone.
See, I have a different saying I say with that, Kevin. I think you've heard it, but dude, that was actually solid. You got like most of the top.
I hurt like right here, right off the top.
Kevin's about to cut glass with that. Jeez, dude, the peels are real.
God,
I gotten
just slow next time.
so.
Dude,
What I've
you
been
don't
trying to
just,
tell
like-
you guys.
You don't just like ram it. You gotta be easy.
I do these unboxings a lot. It gets a little creepy, a little sexy sometimes, a little weird.
I was expecting that. Instead, you just rammed it. Like,
Sometimes the problem with this one was that the sticker had already peeled off. It was like hovering.
it let it go before you even got the chance.
But I still have I resisted the urge to peel those giant pieces of plastic off of the case. And that's gonna make a beautiful sound. I promise.
Slow.
Except for it's probably going to take the table with it, but that's okay.
Yeah,
That's what we're here for, baby.
Dude, that
Right
stuff
in the
stuck on the
middle
glass
of that
on Be
table.
Quiet cases. You can take the panel off the case with that plastic. I'm not saying I did that from experience, but I will say that I may have lost a window to that. Yes.
Be careful.
Very.
Hey,
So
the
when you
foam
wipe it-
that thing came in, beautiful.
Oh,
I
dude.
handed that off to my
Such good
niece,
packaging.
who is in a creative state, and she was stoked for that foam. She's gonna do all kinds of art with that shit stuff.
Is this the
Yeah.
is this the case that can go on its side? Or
Yes,
on
but the bigger one than the one that we did before.
the okay.
I was asked to show the important things that this board has. So this is an Eagle board. This is not the high end board. The pros will be more feature filled, but even at this tier, Gigabyte finally added the button thing so that you don't have to murder your fingers to detach the card. Thank you for everyone for that. This board also actually has a Turtle Power power set reset switch and Q flash, which again, thank you. Every board should have these features. Every board.
Especially flashback. BIOS flashback.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It does with no chips, no RAMs, no nothing in it. That was fun.
If only I had known Shannon at the time, I would have also been texting him and hassling him for the hell we were going through.
Already,
He was. I think he was online with me. I think he was online with me already. Wait, was that the Core 200 stuff?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So,
I
I'm
need
gonna
to send
use
you more
the-
memory for that, actually, Kev. I forgot.
come on, camera. There we go. Okay,
I figured out something we got to discuss offline.
I want to. You please tell me. Please include me. I want to know more about that because I was there through that. I reinstalled and reset and redid so many times. So the I/O on this board is pretty cool. It's got little vents, but the two USB-C ports are both 40 gig USB 4 ports. They both support display. Dual display should be, as well as that networking I was talking about earlier.
So I'm going to talk about a sick little feature. Show the backside again real quick. That I/O. So the double black little.
Yes.
It looks
I
like
was
going to
call that out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it looks like a power cord. It's actually the Wi-Fi now. So what they did is they made it into one cable and it just goes right into the back there. And it's so much better than the little stupid screwy things.
Have
Oh,
you ever
yes.
had
much better.
You ever had it where you went to screw them on and they turned inside instead of letting you like? I went to turn and tighten the antenna on and the screw part turned and I'm like, oh, that's good.
I've had that. I've also had it where you screw, and but there's no more wire anymore. It's all gone because it ripped.
Oh yeah, 'cause it rub. Now it's kinked. No.
Okay.
Asus has press on. Gigabyte
I think
does.
I think it's the standard connector now, isn't it?
I don't either, but see, I can just pull up the X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. I'm just pulling up an MSI one, any one of them.
I think it's true.
That has screw-on connectors.
Oh,
Oh, MSI. Okay, well, a good thing you're using a Gigabyte board. I'll just say that.
I can show that piece.
They
Something
probably
that
shouldn't say that, but
I'm gonna take it out. My shorts are rolling up under here, so keep saying close. The table is there. Here you go.
So when you stick it in, you just got this like big honking stick that sticks out either at a 90-degree. Yeah, just like
Dude.
that.
Even the X870, hey, the Z890 Godlike, their top motherboard, still has
Doesn't
screw-on
have it?
Wi-Fi. Still has screw-on Wi-Fi.
You got the Gigabyte board or you got the Aorus board?
Well, Gigabyte is Aorus,
Sean.
isn't it?
Gigabyte.
Yeah, it is, but that's why I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's like between the different tiers, maybe.
This is an Eagle, so this is not. This is closer to entry
so
level.
even, so all their stuff is got it.
This board is actually. I was speaking with KP earlier. This board is actually loaded for the tier that it's on. Again, you don't.
No, the Eagle's a solid board.
The dual USB 4 DP is not mandatory on X870. It only is on E. So the fact that it's even on here is also super awesome. Also, 2.5 gig Ethernet is included in here. It's actually a pretty loaded board. It just doesn't have all the big heat sinks and metal plates. Though it is quite dense over the VRM. But yes. The last thing that I wanted to say about this before I forget, every board manufacturer now and has some form of this. Gigabyte has, I believe it's called X3D Overdrive, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me see what he said. I should be better at this with these names. The more brand things I get, the more my brain is pushing up all of the things. X3D Turbo mode. So basically what it does is if you have, if you have a dual CCD, it turns that off. It turns off SMT as well. But it does some other stuff that I was not privy to. And there's actually some performance benchmarks out there that kind of show it. It kind of drags like the 9950X kicking and screaming up in performance in games. A good decent amount, like another 5-10% or more, depending on the game. So I'm gonna give that a try on a later stream. So we've got
Somebody asked in the chat about the extension cable. It's like let me look. Give me 1 second.
okay. Yeah, so that's the board we're working with here. Again, I have a picture of it.
Kev's got this.
Same manufacturer and everything. It comes with a
Cable
white one,
on.
but it does have a cable, and it still comes with the double connector on the end.
What I like though, what I like is that's a one that just has both ports on it. Whereas like the other manufacturers, like for instance Asus, theirs is like that, but it has 2 separate connectors still you have to push on.
Oh,
it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just it's snapping on 2 versus snapping on 2 as 1.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter which way you go with this one. So, but you can, I mean, again, it's kind of like a Type C, flip it upside down whichever way. It's great.
Get in the case.
Okay, cool. Don't hurt yourself. Don't drop the case. There goes the table.
Yeah,
dude, I seriously
holding my breath there.
he set it on the table. He set it on the table, and I'm just like, I see it kind of go pop, and I'm like, oh, we're good. It's stabilized. See, he put the box at the end. You make it look like you're just setting it for build. It's really to keep the table from shifting sideways.
Yeah.
If the table starts to fall, it's gonna land on the Be Quiet box. Everything's safe.
You won't be able to see. There's a bunch of paint and stuff. This table has seen some stuff through a bunch of like art fairs and things.
I will tell you from experience, you can build on top of that Be Quiet box. I may or may not have done that at CES. So I may or may not have built a full system on top of the.
I'm
case box.
taking.
Sort of like an emergency build.
It was just something I had to knock out, and I didn't have enough room to. I
Oh.
didn't have enough room because everyone else was setting stuff up. So I'm sitting there building, and there was no flat surface, and I'm
You're
like,
like, "This
well,
is what
the
I
box
got."
it came in looks good enough.
Yeah.
So I trust the table is not going to fall, but if it does fall, do I get like? What's the kind of like replacement thing? If I see, I throw a case out the window accidentally and it explodes everywhere, do I get like the Linus treatment, or I'm just gonna get yelled at and not get a replacement?
Depends on how well this stream goes. Let's put it
That
way.
depends on how epically it goes down and what the result is after the fact. There's a lot of caveats there.
Case down a set of stairs, and I watched it like do this, the tumble, and it was fine. Yep.
Oh,
That-
dude,
Yep.
Wow.
those cases are solid, dude.
I
Very rare.
am more worried about the German engineering destroying some wood.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, it
That-
destroys the home. Yeah.
There's a reason I said you could build on top of the box, because you could. It's
Would you like to talk about any of these things as I take them apart?
It's a really cool case. It's called the Light Base. Do we have any in stock right now? No. Will we have any in stock? Yes. Soon. I'm not sure
soon,
when.
TM, soon.
Soon. That's the 900 though. The 600 we definitely have in stock. Again, the cases are pretty much exactly the same when it comes to shape. It's just about the size, really.
Bigger is
both can
better.
be inverted. Of course, bigger is always better. But in this case, you have the ability to invert the computer case 180 degrees. So if you want it facing a different direction on your desk, it's really, really easy to flip it around. You can do it in about 35 to 40 seconds if you're skilled enough. The feet basically just disconnect, flip around, and you build in it just like any other case, right? So you're
I love how
putting
the
your
feet
motherboard
detach
in.
like that. It's cool.
Yeah, the feet are super nice, and it's just a half turn. So you
I
as you
line
can
it
see,
up.
Sean's kind of you do kind of have to find.
I
where
can't
it
see
is
it.
and line it up. Yeah, and of course at this angle he probably can't see.
Don't break the table, Sean.
I won't break the table.
But
Good
it's-
news though. I did bring home an extra foot when I break this one. So
The best part is that those feet are usually pretty strong, but they do have a little nub at the top there that kind
Where?
of can be a little bit tight.
it's too
how
dark.
many- You should be
Uh-oh.
able to feel the edge with your
Light,
finger.
light the RGB. That'll show the way.
So
Hey Kev, someone asked in the chat. They basically made a chat challenge. I think he mentioned a minute ago that count the amount of guys with beards.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
3-1
yeah,
right now. 3-1.
Saw that.
Mine was
So-
much better before CES, and I accidentally made a shaving mistake, so it became a goatee.
this thing that just happened where all my cameras froze.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the most
back.
recent development with this 11 gen streaming system.
It's soon to be replaced.
Yep.
Yeah,
Basically-
it's figured out.
Every USB device drops. Okay.
But it's back. It's like you work at a company that does the USB thing.
That does the things.
Does that right? Are you
I
gonna
cannot
try
get
and-
this lined up. This is
Oh,
going to be the
he's
thing
gonna-
that breaks me.
He's gonna break it now. Watch.
It's in the second one, isn't it? Yeah.
See, but hey, if it does, Kev, we can clip it and then share it. You can share it with your HQ team and be like, see what can happen.
There we
Remember
go.
that thing you said about
It did
about
it.
no bad users before? We almost proved that wrong. Sean's like, why did I invite you? Like, why
if
are
you
you
take
here?
enough times, you can learn and become
can-
educated.
You can become educated, learn how to use.
I-
Use our
engineering.
case.
I'm the one who will break it if I can.
Absolutely. But our case is awesome in the sense that there is a lot of airflow that goes throughout the entire thing. As you can see,
Like
he was
this.
able to take the top and the bottom off. Yeah.
It's a lot of arm flow.
It's a lot
Looks
of
like.
arm flow.
Yeah.
Tons. And on this particular case, because it's the 900, you get dear Lord.
I'm supposed to have dinner
table.
first.
That table shift is just fantastic.
Dude, I can only see it through part of it, and I just see the table. I'm just like,
Yeah.
If yeah, I need to get a new table.
Can we put the Be Quiet box under the table so if it does collapse, the box will stop it?
You could just take one of the table legs and use the box instead. So
Now he's gonna do the Vader thing. We are.
It's not going to break.
No, we decided that the case will break the house, not the other way around.
Yeah, it's going to go through the floor.
Yeah.
like an Italian job.
I love that you reference Italian job out of all things for that. That's fantastic.
What first build, or like your very first computer build?
Really quick before you answer that, I just wanted to say the intention is to take, because these are interchangeable between the white and the black, and it's going to be to mix the white and black. So I'm stoked.
Panda
to do
case.
You're gonna
Panda
make it a
case.
panda.
Yeah.
Dude, we did that with the 500DX, remember?
I'm going to have
Dude,
two
we
of them.
did that. You gotta
And I'm
show,
doing-
you gotta show pictures of the one you did to that. That was sick. I love that build still.
Black and white fans.
Yeah, black.
Fortunately-
fans, I'm sure you love that.
I just had these from PDX in a pile, which is good because I didn't have them.
See?
Yep. That's why you send extra things, because I am terrible at remembering stuff.
Now, what was who asked the question of when was your first computer build?
First computer build. Shannon, you go first because I'll remember probably after you start talking.
Out of memory.
my very first computer build, I soldered the PCB when I was about 7 years old. It was an IBM XT.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
We're talking overclocking by actually replacing physical crystals, like frequency crystals. Like this is megahertz level, so a long time ago. Back before most of the viewers probably existed. You said 66? That had to have been like a P2.
It was. I think it was a P2. It was a 33 megahertz with a turbo button that would overclock
did that
it to
66?
66.
Yep,
Yeah,
I remember.
66 megahertz, baby.
It had the little turbo button, the little LCD, the little two-digit display that was like 33 or 66 when you OC'd it.
Don't touch my turbo button, otherwise I can't play my game.
And remember the old school days when you could lock the front of your case and it wouldn't turn on? You had a little barrel key that you always lost.
Yeah, I don't know what any of this means. It's,
well, hey, Pepperidge Farm remembers, okay?
I remember.
Yeah, but...
I remember.
Okay, I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen for my back now. Thanks, guys.
Why is there a foam?
16 megahertz. Yeah.
Why is there a tiny foam
Where's the phone from?
in the box?
Most likely.
GPU support?
Underneath the desk, right? No.
Oh, power supply support.
Like extra?
A little thing for the power supply to sit on, maybe. Remember, Kev, you have that awesome GPU support, so I wasn't sure if that was something where it was like a foam for the GPU.
So
someone our age, he's like, yes, sound blasters, 56K modems. Dude,
I loved my Sound Blaster stuff.
I remember 14.4 modems, okay?
So
I remember when the internet was the sound of a computer dying on the other end.
Oh, hold on.
It was like,
Hold on.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I remember AOL. That was like.
Oh, when they mailed you internet every month on a CD?
Oh no, nope. Nope.
He's like, I remember AOL.
I'm dial up.
Disc.
Yeah.
No, that is. They mailed you to you on the CD, and that was how you got onto AOL. They used to send you discs in the mail, and then you take them out and shoot them.
Oh.
Well, maybe I did, but
no, I did not do that. I think I just was able to just do dial up through the phone. I think.
Yeah, no, you did, but the AOL program, installation program.
So.
Oh right. Yes.
The back of this. You want to talk a little bit about the back of this?
Yeah.
It is.
Best feature of all. That is called, technical term, flappy door. Okay, so the flappy door allows you to hide all your hideous cables. So unflap the door, stuff cables, flap the door. So hence, the flappy door.
for people like us that hate doing cable management, you just pretend like it doesn't exist. It's kind of like when someone's
Yes.
coming over and you shove all your crap in the closet and then close the door and hope it doesn't open. Same idea.
Perfect. See, exactly. That's exactly it.
There is
Dude,
also a fan controller and ARGB controller in the top and the bottom,
Dude.
so you can just very lazily shove your cables in both directions and be happy when it's done.
That is one of the best. That is beautiful.
Yes.
That is such a good feature.
Very cool.
Here-
You have
here.
six ports up top and 6 ports on the bottom, so a total of 12 fans and 12 RGB devices can be attached to it. You don't necessarily have to have like Be Quiet specific products in order to attach RGB to it or fans to it either. So if you want to run your own fans, God forbid, you can. And if you want to put some other RGB things in there, you definitely can too. And you just plug that right in. It works. The 2 controllers, if I'm not mistaken, either there's 2 RGB cables that come from each controller and that go to the motherboard, or from easy chain together, so they actually have cables that run to each other. And then off of one of the boards, one of the main boards, it's a RGB and a PWM. So you only have to have 2 connections going to your motherboard. That'll basically service all of the fans and all the cooling inside of it. So
See, I love that because you have like you have your power feed and all that, so you don't have to worry about it. You have that one cable, so it's so much cleaner, and then all of that mess is just handled to the hub. That's such a brilliant design. I saw that when we were building it at the CES. That was fantastic, dude. Like your team deserves a lot of credit for that. That's gonna make it a lot easier for this dude to finish a build.
Yes.
We discussed cable management like a couple days ago when we were talking about this, and he's like, "Yeah, I just want to shut them back and be done with it."
When
you can.
Agreed.
when
A
we
lot of cases will do that.
when we did this the first time at PAX, that was the time Kevin met me, and I was like, "Watch me do this my way," and he was like, "Oh, okay, you're gonna destroy everything, aren't you?" He didn't know. He didn't know. It was beautiful, and that was a 600, so that's a smaller version. It was still just like put it all back there and go, and you're done.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that they add doors to the back now because now you don't even have to feel bad about it. Even if you open the panel, you only have to worry about it if you have to deal with it. Which, by the way,
Just-
doing good cable management can actually be worse because I did one time really hardcore zip tie and everything, and then I'm like, I need to change something. Oh, I hate my life now.
I never did.
Like that past, like future me hated past me at that point because it's like it looked really cool when I was tearing it apart, but it really made me angry dealing with it.
I like how you can work on it from like the top down. I'm just curious if there's like, have you had seen any like really cool configurations from it from people that have like bought it? And like I keep thinking like mounting it to the bottom of a desk almost, so you can like pull it out like a drawer or something, you know?
Spawn got a chance to see this.
Yeah.
In the suite, what we did is we took out the center console of the TV rack. So you have like your TV with your stereo
Yeah.
and everything. So we took both of the center consoles out and put our cases in there. And
Okay.
it was perfectly flush all the way down the front half of the thing. So all you saw were these 2 cases that looked
Yeah.
like they were supposed to be there.
They're, like,
And
meant
it
to
was
be.
like it was like your home theater.
Yeah.
And it was actually really neat to see. So that's what I'm waiting for, a white 900 to come back in stock so I can do that at home. Because I want to do that same
Yeah.
thing. You know, I want to make that you can see all of it just by laying there. But actually, one of our media partners that does a lot of the testing and whatnot, what they did is they actually took the front glass out as well. It's actually pretty easy. I think it's a total of 3 or 4 screws, and then it slides out from the side. So basically, you have this like U configuration that you can kind of drop everything into, which is super nice. And doing that and using it as a test bench has been actually kind of neat to see. I've been very surprised at that. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool how people have been using it all
Different
over
uses.
different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get creative with it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not super good at Twitch. I saw the guy that was talking, sreg036. He has like I don't know. He has like things next to his. Oh, September 24. Okay, never mind. And a moderator. Yeah, he was harassing us, Kev, about like IRQs and stuff and conflicts. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm so glad we don't have to touch that anymore.
Change set.
I'm out of
Get
I'm
to
out of
boot.
addresses. Remember plug and pray. Woo.
Okay, I was just lining it up. I was trying to see if I could sneak the NVMe cable under there without pinching it. I'm not going to do that. It will not happen. It does
Dude,
not fit.
there's easy ways to actually fit it through. I can help you with that.
There's a motherboard inside of a case. That's good.
There is. So I tried to run it around behind, but this board lines up too perfectly because the German engineering has it lined up to the complete edge the whole way down. Now, how much?
Perfect.
If it was a little tight around the wrap, would it be okay? I don't know how small the actual wires are in there.
No, they're fine. They trust me. They're fine. As long as you're not like literally like yanking it out, you should be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
I'm making it easier. I'm replying in the chat. Well, hopefully I don't get banned. We'll see. I'm like, he was like, I didn't want to break into the whole old stuff again. So he's like, I don't miss the IRQ days. And I'm like, same. By the way, it's me.
I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to like squeeze this against the side. It just like
It just
went,
should just go through.
the IO panel just like went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sits in.
There's like
It's a lot, like, dude, building with like Be Quiet cases is so much easier, dude.
I've never gotten. This is the first time I've done one for my own personal stuff. So I did.
I blame.
Let me change that real quick. It was the first one I have
blame,
done for myself.
I blame.
Well,
it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
I don't think I did the MOBO last time because I only did one, and I think you did it because you were like, "You're gonna blow us all up." I kept saying, "I'm going to do it this way," and you're like, "It's going to ruin everything."
Yeah, please don't do it that way. So, yeah, you might be onto something. May have taken over.
Honestly, as a guy who works for a company, when you see someone else using your stuff, and it's like you're always like, you know, a specific way you use it, so it's always like, I do it this way, and I've like, you know, it's one of those things you have to just look and go, well, at least I'm here if like something explodes.
Exactly. And that's
to be
what I was there
fair,
for.
we'd never met, and they just like threw you into the arena with me to build a PC. So you had no idea.
Yeah, 2 days. And they were like, hey, these hadn't even been released yet. I had 1, maybe 2 media samples. Okay.
And you're like, let's break them.
Go.
It worked out. Yep.
I think so.
And he leaves. Just kidding.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah. On that note,
he's like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm done.
Well,
you guys try to figure this out without me.
Yeah. I'm so excited about these cards. Like it feels like Christmas, you know, like when you know a new series of cards comes out and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, everything's changing and excited.
This is the driver.
That's the fancy one.
That's the okay one.
Yeah, that's the black handle one. That's not the clear handle one.
That's not the clear handle one.
there's tiers of awesomeness of Be Quiet stuff.
Of awesome, and that's still an awesome screwdriver.
Wait, there's a clear handled one? Is that a special thing?
It's vintage, my friend.
That's from the old. What is it? Dark. Oh God! Now, I'm getting old. I didn't even work there that long ago. Dark something. I blame Marius. I don't know. Yeah, Dark Rock 3. Dark Rock 3 when it started. Yeah. Yep. Dude. He's like, now I need a clear handle one. I feel less special.
I do.
Dude, hey, Kev, PDX, you need to ask someone who has a clear handled or a Be Quiet screwdriver with them, with their PC next time. That would be an awesome call out, dude.
So I gave out a bunch of them at that
Yeah.
show. There was
Remember,
only one
'cause
show.
I
that
thought
did
at
it, and it
PDX
was
you
that
did too while we were there.
one. Yeah, it was at PDX. That was the only one that I actually ended up giving them out to. Either that and LA Comic Con, I think. So if you have one of those clear-handled Be Quiet screwdrivers, it's actually you are holding on to a piece of gold. Okay,
Piece of
treasure.
history.
Okay, piece of history. They won't ever make those screwdrivers again, but they were the best ones they ever made.
Except this one.
Bet you Shannon's got one.
Except this
Yeah, the word.
You sent me that one. The Weira.
I did. Yeah. So how does that? I mean, you know.
But
Yeah.
no, I have some of the clear handle ones. Yes.
Yeah, the clear handles are great.
Oh.
I'm as old, but I just don't have the cool things. Okay.
Yeah, the new cool thing. I was like, you have the
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that's
true.
why you're,
90.
sitting, you're the only one out of all of us that has a 50 series card in your hand. So don't even about I don't have the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'll send you one of these that don't work for and trade for a clear-handed screwdriver.
Get you clear-handed
And gets to
screwdriver
game
for one
all
that
Thursday.
works. How's that? Yeah. Alright, so he's got the screws into the motherboard. We're only on stream, guys. Do you think we can get it?
This is the easy
before
part now.
tomorrow?
What's
Have you ever forgotten to put the backplate on?
Oh yeah, but you don't have to worry about that anymore.
You
Yeah.
don't, but that has before when it was bad.
Literally, so
Better
literally never ever put it on after that. Just
Yeah.
never.
Better question. Have you ever forgotten to take the film off the cooler and put it on?
See if that. If you say, "Oh, I've never done it before," you're lying.
If you,
I-
okay, but
I
let me
have
ask the
so
question.
Many times.
But have you forgotten to take it off and then run it, or does it count if you remember before you turn it on? Okay.
Oh, I've run
Plastic on the metal, like at
Okay.
the bottom.
a lot of
You know,
AIO
Yeah.
coolers, they have a plastic film. So when you go to put
Yeah.
on the CPU, I have literally put stuff on and thought I'll take that off when I'm ready, and then I slap it
no.
on. I put it together. I start
I've
up in
never done
BIOS,
that.
and I'm in BIOS going like,
Like
I've
this.
never
this is
done
like
that.
68C. This feels
on
way
that?
wrong.
Oh,
This feels
whoa.
way wrong. And then I think I posted one to Facebook. I pop it off, and I'm
Why
like,
is it
nope,
smoking?
Don't leave the sticker
Yeah.
on. Don't
dude.
leave the
I
sticker
pulled
on.
it off,
Take
and you
the
could.
sticker off.
The one
Yeah.
thing I will say, I had really good thermal paste spread. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it was on plastic.
Okay.
Please
all the
remove
computer people
before
are here.
install.
What is the way to do the thermal paste?
Oh,
However
okay.
it works, dude.
Okay.
You wanna talk
It's
about
always
this,
worked for me.
Kevin? I don't.
How to put.
Well, we're
thermal
about
paste
to
on.
do that, so I guess.
As
Oh,
long as you get
no.
enough coverage, it's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the answer. As long as you have
Coverage
enough
is the-
coverage, that's really
All right,
what-
Kevin.
I usually do the sausage method. Honestly, I usually do the little sausage down the middle. It works pretty well, except on Threadrippers. Then you kind of just have to like bleh over the whole CPU.
I think I've usually done an
Draw
X.
designs.
Well, honestly, you know what I do is I
Jesus.
take an old plastic card. Imagine like a credit card. I put some on.
Spread
I
it.
usually just spread. I usually put a layer
Yeah.
on. That's it.
Yep.
That's what I usually do. Because I just know it's covered, and then at that point, if something's not touching right, that's something else's fault, whether it's CPU or cooler.
Do you use the ones that have CPU coolers that come with it?
Nope. I mean,
Take
you
that
can. It's not going to hurt anything. You're talking a couple degrees difference at most at the very edge case. Like you use the stuff that comes in the box with Be Quiet's cooler. It's actually really good quality stuff. And if you were to go for the super crazy stuff, you might gain like 1 or 2 degrees, maybe. But once it levelizes and becomes, once it's nominal, once it's like reaches equilibrium, dude, you're not going to really see that.
Yeah.
It's gonna make no difference unless your system, which if your system's running hot enough that the inbox like paste
I'll be right back.
is not adequate, better paste. If it barely gets you running adequate, you just need a better cooler.
Yep.
Then at that point, talk to Kev, get a better cooler from Be Quiet, and call it a day. Because I will tell you right now, if you're running and it, like thermal
I'm
paste
taking-
makes a difference, that's bad.
I'm taking notes. Talk to Kev.
Basically everything, talk to Kev.
Talk to Kev.
Anything in life, talk to Kev. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
It's gonna be sound advice, but it'll at least be advice. How about that?
Hey, Kev can get
Yeah,
advice.
you can sound like a consultant. It's a recommendation, right?
It's a
You know?
See, I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
This is good. You can be my lawyer. I like
Uh,
it.
I
like it.
will say that people are saying that you're cutting out, Kev. I'm not
I
sure if it's
couldn't
something
remember.
on the other end or not, but just that you know.
I couldn't remember where this was.
Oh, the light blue. Yeah, you kind of need that.
Well, I have the cooler, but
Dude,
all of the stuff is in the box, and I put it on my shelf back there. I forgot about it.
I'm not gonna.
On the top of the mouth, so it's all LED.
Dude, it all glows.
It all glows.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It all glows, and it's going to be amazing.
Closer shot.
Yes.
By the way, I'm sorry. Zeal Melkor says he has never forgotten the plastic, so I have to assume they've either built very few PCs, because come on,
Bad.
man, it's like a rite of passage if you
Yeah,
forget
you
to take
have to do
plastic
it at
off.
least once.
Like once in your life, even do it on purpose, just so you could say you did.
I gotta say, when
I just want to feel better about myself, okay?
yeah.
The AIO is actually really, it performs really well. We designed a new pump inside of the actual CPU block, so it flows an insane amount of water, but it's able to dissipate the heat really well on the radiator that's included with it too. We make them 240, 360 in white and in black. But yeah, nobody needs that manual, man. Come on. But in the manual, in case you do want to read it, it does tell you how to turn the feet 90 degrees. And you only want to do a half turn. You start trying to do 360s with those will break right off.
I just kept going this way.
Yeah, okay, so if you're like Sean and like to break stuff, you can reach out to our RMA department. We'll probably send you one or two, but probably not repeat offenders.
I took one out of the guest bucket that you had available, just in case.
It's a guest bucket.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, at CES, because I knew a bunch of people had broken them, so I had them in a big old bowl, like you could get like a candy jar.
Dude, I didn't see that when I came over, but
surprisingly, a bunch of people came in and were like, "Wait, this is a foot?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can take a couple.
A foot's a cool
take
thing.
Like 3 or 4, yeah."
By the way, Big Kev, I got to give you credit, man. CES suite was awesome. Like he had a freaking pretzel maker and like a beer stein thing. That was fantastic.
This stein is sitting behind me. I did not fill with beer for this.
That's okay. That's
Tell me, oh master, oh boss, should I do push or pull?
That's up to you and how you're gonna invert the case, or if you're gonna invert the case.
This one's not gonna get inverted.
That's just gonna sit.
Yes.
So whatever floats your boat, dog. It's up to you, because the radiator's gonna be on sides, right? So if you're gonna lay it flat like a home theater setup, it's gonna be basically taking air in either across, all the way across, or you're gonna be pulling air in from the bottom and then out. Would be my suggestion.
I think being that the nominal temperature is not going to be crazy, it's more about your aesthetic, what you want to see.
More RGBs.
On the inside or on the outside?
Inside.
So then you'll want push.
Yeah.
Because you'll do radiator, which will be mounted to the outside of the case, and then you'll have your fans mounted to the radiator. So you can mount the fans to the radiator first, and then you can mount the radiator to the... And luckily for you, because you got the 900,
I was about to
say,
say
a radiator tray, and you can just pull the thing right up and out and mount the whole thing together, and then just slap it in there in one piece.
I was going to say, this is not how it is on the 600, and I am very happy about this. I was going to do push, but I wanted to ask if you had I didn't know if you were going to be like, what are you doing?
Again, in this situation, it's an AIO. You're cooling ridiculously hot chip to begin with, right? And in this situation, you're now limited by the case, and that case has so much freaking airflow that's not really an issue now. And then in addition to that, your orientation, it's not going to really matter much. I mean, you will have... Let's put it this way. Because of the way that the case is going to be sitting in the airflow of it, you will technically have a little bit higher temperatures.
I do. It's sitting on plastic that's not peeled off yet. Yes. You got really quiet at the end. Is he getting quieter or is it my brain?
I think it's got a noise gate filter, so if I start talking quieter, it will cut out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Open up some of the
Okay, I just saw him join. Come on. Damn it, John.
Jonathan.
Brain Tech PC.
Talk, you want to talk about these little additions before I put everything in? What are these for?
I'm just not going to comment on that. I almost did.
And so the stickers can be peeled off, and you can add fluid to the AIO if it gets lower.
Oh, that covers the little fill port thing.
Yep. So you have a fill port on the bottom and on the top of the radiator. Actually, where his hand is grabbing the top of it, there's actually there's going to be a sticker on the top there, and you can actually fill from the top. So you can add more fluid to the system as it starts to evaporate.
You can kind of see the little indentation of the sticker, so yeah.
Do that.
Trying to get around my
To be-
microphone. There we go.
Not very often, to be honest with you. In theory, you should only have to do it every like 2 years, maybe 3 years. I mean, you're not talking like long. In to be honest with you, if it lasts that long, that pump lasts that long, hey, that's a good.
Yeah, I've
that's a
never
good
had
cooler,
one for more than 3 years. So yeah, exactly. By the
you
time
know.
that's a good life.
Exactly. So, but what Sean was also showing was that it comes with extra stickers, extra logos.
Yeah.
And so, if you have the case inverted, the Be Quiet logo would be upside down, and that's not okay. So, scrape that off. You got a new sticker. Pop it right on, and now it's facing the right direction.
I was actually going to tell you CES, Kev. That was a great idea because remember CES prior? Remember the pump was upside down? I'm like, I can't change it. That was beautiful.
That annoys me a lot.
It's so annoying too, especially because like on the main cap, it would say "Be Quiet" and it would be upside down, right? Shannon had to. Well, Shannon put it on a Threadripper, I think is what it was, and then you saw it because I had it on my Threadripper.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, how'd you get it upright? And I was like, well, I took the bracket and I shaved it down and I cut this other thing out so it would actually click in there, right? And then it faced
I just did a
upright.
really crappy job of sticking one of our Viper stickers over it, so you saw Be Quiet shining through it upside down. It was fantastic. It's what I call an expo build.
Answer Zeal's question. You don't need to worry about what you're putting in it because they give you this.
They give you all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really do have to. Plus certain anti-corrosion additives and shit like that. Yeah, plus a lot of them are proprietary mixes anyway. Now,
Just attaching this to this plate. Nothing very exciting.
hey, just FYI, everyone is saying they can't hear you, Kev. So I'm not sure if Kev needs a bump or something. Because they're definitely, maybe we can do a check on him just because, let's see. I just want to make sure this man's knowledge is not being lost into the ether here.
Is it better now? You've gotten quieter to me too. I don't quite
try
understand
a test, Kev.
it.
Try this on mic test. You are actually a little quiet, bro. Like maybe you need your mic a little bit.
I did.
You Kevin'd it.
I think you need to boost yourself because it's gotten later, and I can tell your voice is doing that. It's getting later voice.
Yeah, it's like you're being a little quieter because you're at home kind of voice, is what it sounds like. Can you add some gain on your mic? See if it helps. All of a sudden, hello. Yes, Satan. I'm so glad we're on ZOTAC stream. Give her a testy test, Kev.
That is that any better?
That's a lot better.
Like,
Oh
this seems a
wow,
lot better. He says.
you are definitely popping now. There we go, Chief.
He's
Someone
taking Be Quiet too
Yeah.
seriously.
I wasn't sure if you're watching the chat. I was about to be like, dude, they're legit rolling you right now. It's rough. It's rough to be the Kev, man, sometimes.
Sometimes I work for a tech company, but my stream almost never works. Sean, were we on time today? No.
Nah.
Were you expected to be though? No.
I had a plan that was going to be somewhere else, and so then I completely redid the setup I had, and I cobbled this together, which is why I'm using the wobble table.
Hey, we're
at
here.
the last minute. Yep.
We're here, man.
That's the Wendy wobble tape. Sean is never on.
Yeah. I wasn't
Nope.
gonna say anything. It's fine.
No,
I love
I'm
that.
not.
I love
Yeah.
that. Audio issues. You must be using Windows.
Fortunately,
we don't really have a lot of choices with some of that.
Open up the fans.
People fans. It's
I gotta tell you, y'all definitely do not give a shortage of ARGB controllers.
Oh, jeez. One in every package.
There's one here. It came with the cooler.
but that one's different. Hold on. Whoa.
Yeah, don't mix and match, buddy. Don't mix and match.
Buddy.
That's the AIO one.
Oh, this one has fans.
That one has fan and RGB, dude.
Yeah,
Do you
oh,
hear
this
actually
is
this guy?
this
You
is
know?
much
By the way-
nicer.
By the way, do yourself a favor. Don't use the double-sided tape until you're really sure, because that stuff sticks. I mean, dude, my test bench that I stuck it on by mistake, I have it at home. I've Goo-goned it twice. That stuff's still on there.
Staying there forever.
That stuff is legit. Like, it is not coming off.
Ripped off paint off of 502, or what was it, 500? It's actually on the back of my 500 because I stuck it. I didn't have the 2.5-inch drive, little tiny screws for the back there. So it's like, whatever, I'll just stick this on there. It'll be fine. Stuck it on there. Dude, that was PDX LAN. That was the first PDX LAN. It's still stuck there.
I love that. He says acetone might do the trick. It also might remove the paint off your case. Hey, there won't be nothing left if you just use sulfuric acid. Everything will be gone. By the way, someone asked what's the life expectancy of AIOs, and I think we both can kind of answer that. I mean, it really depends. There's a lot of variables. But a lot of times the reason they have 3 to 5 year warranties is because that's about where you expect them to have a service interval.
This is much bigger, yet much less connectors to the one that came with the AIO.
Well, it's a different use case. That's specifically targeted for like fan RGB control. And those are actually wonderfully displaced by the case. The case's internal RGB and everything splitters are just beautiful.
I know. I'm not planning to use any of them. It will be a cool collectibles.
Is there software that you use for the fan RGB specifically, or
Mobo.
That's the great part. They don't require software or any of that crap that's going to burn your system down. It plugs directly in the
Nice.
motherboard, so you use your motherboard to sync it all. Sorry, Kev. I'm like
Nice.
pitching your product, dude. I'm sorry.
Who knows?
Yeah, he'll just pitch my stuff. We're good. In case you can't tell, Kevin and I have known each other for a few days.
Yeah.
Cramming it back in the box. Oh, that's, yeah.
He still
nine-
said it's all right. We can't hear him. Open your ears, Jonathan. Kev is cutting out again. Good Lord, everyone's saying it. Oh,
I can't bump you. Let me see.
Kev, just get up on your mic and be like, "Hello."
Does this turn Kev up? Or just
Oh,
for
dude,
me?
whoa, that is so much louder when you just got closer. Holy crap. No, but
It's
you
me.
moved closer. You moved closer to it all of a sudden, and like it just.
It's me.
rolled.
It's me. I think it's me.
Oh, that was Sean, dude. You like all of a sudden ear hole damage. It's like, whoa.
Apparently, I can go. What I just learned is you can upgrade up to 328%.
Oh, jeez.
Is it good? Are we good? Are we better?
I don't know. Chat, can you guys hear him? Speak, Kevo. They say no, it's cutting. What is happening?
It's
Oh, he is
cutting.
cutting. He is cutting. Yeah. Turned up the stream.
I'm listening to the same feed. Don't do anything. One sec. Me.
Yeah, we don't want to blow the ear holes out of everyone.
Or not hear the knowledge.
Well, that's what I said. Was
Yeah.
I was like hey, we gotta make sure we impart this knowledge correctly.
Try
Talking of
talking
your
now.
product.
All right, I am going to talk now, and I'm going to say,
Words.
hopefully, things are working. Yes, I am on. Much better. Much better.
There we go, dude.
Yeah.
What happened?
We're back.
What'd you
Girl,
do,
you're
Sean?
crystal clear now. Hell yeah.
He can even hear background noise. Wow.
Dude, we're making progress.
Well, I turned off the filter.
Yeah, he cranked you a bit. You're getting picked up as static, Kev. You're getting picked up as static.
They really don't want to hear me. I see how it is. That's all. That's how you view me, huh? Background
It's a
noise.
little
That's
weird.
all I am to you, Sean.
Everyone
Okay.
has the NVIDIA broadcast filters turned on.
And
everyone
clearly,
else is fine, but yours
NVIDIA can't handle this. Okay, as has happened once before, they just can't handle it.
I'm sorry to say, you're just not RTX approved yet.
That's
You're just not RTX. You're not RTX
no
validated
DLSS
yet.
for me.
Yeah,
okay, it's just not gonna happen.
You're crystal clear and not blurry. That's just it. Why do I do this to myself?
Oh, jeez. And then, yeah, thanks, John. John's saying he filters me too when he tries to talk. Yeah, that's real great. Thanks. Thank you.
Remember when you filter. Just remember when you filter your visitors at CES next year.
Yeah, that'll be great. It'll be great. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
I'm gonna plug my own stream right now, real fast. Do make sure you follow my own stream too.
Oh,
yeah. You're gonna be on it at some point.
At some point.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be on the fundraiser stream on February 8th.
That's right.
That's only 24 hours of Path of Exile too. Did you say you're down for 24 hours, Shannon? You could do it.
For what? I'm not playing PoE 2.
It doesn't have to be PoE 2. We do 4 24-hour fundraisers a year.
I can do a lot of games a lot of time. Like I could play PUBG and hate myself for probably about 6
You should
or 8
join
hours.
us in March.
What are you playing in March?
Haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Message
it's PUBG now.
Message me and I will send you.
Don't make it PUBG. Come on.
Message me and I will send you the game list. We have a whole list.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
the thing is with PoE, dude, I know I will lose myself if I get into that tech tree. No. I will not touch PoE because I will invisible to everyone around me if that happens.
I am about 50 hours in. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So good sounds.
I hate myself enough that PUBG is my thing because I can step in and out of it. You get in PoE and you're going to be in there hours without realizing. Nope.
I'm excited for
I
these.
love Lightwings. I love.
Tell
Lightwings.
me about Lightwings.
They have light, and
They
it
have
goes
wings.
RGB,
Oh, they don't have
and
wings.
they flow lots of air through them.
Then why are they called wings if they don't have wings?
They also have a little face.
It's how the Germans feel when you have removed everything from inside them.
That's a smile.
Hold on,
That's
I'm
a
trying
smile.
to imitate that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. Okay, so what he's got is he's actually got the high-speed version.
Yes.
There are a couple different flavors of the light wings. There's the PWM. There's the PW. There's a regular. There's a PWM, and then there's the PWM high speed. I'm pretty sure. The only two that really matter are the PWM and the PWM high speed. Reason being is because the high speed actually have 9 blades on the fan and can move a significantly more amount of air than like it's unbelievable how much air. It was 83. Is that right? 83 CFM on the back of that box. Is that what that says?
80. Wait, hold on. 88.86.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so almost 90 CFM off an RGB fan, which is insane. And what's the decibel on that? Should be pretty quiet.
31.
Oh, okay. So a whisper, if you didn't know, is 26 decibels, and so those fans run at what, 30? So just over the tolerance of a whisper at full speed, which is pretty insane.
Never run at full speed either.
No, hell. I mean, that's the thing about the PCs in the house. You know, when you hear them spooling up, you know something's wrong.
Ooh,
It's not
the
supposed to be. Yeah, it comes with the white one
even
too.
the box is white.
So if you get the white one, obviously it comes with the white RGB hub as well as the white fans. The black one comes with the black RGB fans too.
I did not expect that. That caught me off guard. That was unexpected.
6 decibels is considered
logarithmic. Logarithmic is fantastic.
I didn't mean to.
I
throw that
hate
off.
DB for that. It's like, oh, you think like 10 to 20 would be doubling. No, that's like 2 point whatever, I forget. It's freaking insane.
It's insane, yeah. Okay.
It's like it's only 6 dB louder. That's not that bad. Yes, it is. That's
Yes,
very
it
much.
How many LEDs, man?
All of them.
That's a good question.
Yes.
It's a lot. I think it's either 18 or it's 20 LEDs, depending on which variant that you get. But you get, as you can see on the front, you get that frosted ring. But if you show the back side there too, you can see that there's like this little edge that's kind of cut through the back, and that will illuminate RGB as well.
I've got the 140 box.
Yeah. So the front, as you can see, and then if you flip it around to the back, you can see the back side of the fan too will illuminate those through those little edges there.
All right, so I'm gonna do this mix so that I don't get confused.
You know, with everything that Germany puts in that, Kev, I totally would not be surprised if they put how many LEDs there are, and I actually looked just to see because I had a feeling they might. No, they don't. The one thing they don't put in there.
No, it's 20.
They have like 300,000 different, like, specs for a fan.
Yes,
Like,
they do.
holy crap, you guys have everything.
Yes, if
Oh,
you
my room
want
just went red.
details, you can.
That means you're out of time for the build. Now it's like a Squid Game. You either finish in 30 seconds or they end you.
Oh, well, it's been nice knowing you, Sean.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure there's like a murder clause in the ZOTAC.
Drop those 5090s in the mailbox on your way out, okay?
Well,
Yep.
you guys know the address, so
Yeah, oh, we'll just come and get them. That's fine. All right. Book my flight now.
I'll beat you.
Yeah. That was good. Dang it. I will say that we've come a long way with a lot of our fans and a lot of our products. You know, as some of you that have used some of our older stuff, whether it be the Dark Rock Pro 5 or the Pro 4 or some of our older power supplies and everything like that, you can tell that we put a lot of thought into the design and the performance of each one of these products. But the past couple of years, especially in the last 2-3 years, we've really tried to improve the ease of use for everyone. So installation of the Dark Rock Pro 5 is like really easy. I think it's 6 screws. Sean is actually going to be able to install the back plate with the mount. Actually, you don't even need to because it's AMD. Never mind. So you literally take apart the 2 screws. It's another 6 screws and it's done. So we wanted to make it so it was easy for everyone to use. Our products are notorious for being unbelievably complicated sometimes. The 900, which is one of my favorite cases, is invertible. But it takes, I think it's 190 screws you have to take out and reassemble in order to do the full 180 degree flip. Whereas in the light base, it's 30 seconds and 4 feet. So, you know, we really wanted to make it a lot easier for everyone to be able to do this. And same with also the higher end coolers. You know, installing the middle fan on the CPU cooler is just insanely easy. Now it's actually got rubber grommets on the bottom and kind of snaps in and clicks into place, whereas the other one had the 120 millimeter brackets, and you would always cut up the top of your hand when you're trying to stick it in there and trying to wrap it around and bracket it down. So we're trying to improve that overall appeal to our products, because they are notorious for being rather complicated, right?
Stoked for this. This is the simplest thing ever doing black.
That's cool. I like it. I like it.
All right. Let's put this in, and then
Centerpiece, how it's all LED. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
this has a built-in GPU support. That's not in the 600 either, right?
No, it's not in the 600 either. They do include one, but it's definitely not as nice. So the GPU support, actually where your motherboard kind of mounts in and you have that edge, the edge has perforated holes, so you can actually threaded holes, so you can mount a GPU support underneath it. And it's just basically like a flat bar with a little rubber nub on it to allow it to just give it a little balance, you know.
Help me with math here. I have enough. There's enough ARGB headers for me to plug every fan and every ARGB header separately on the controllers, right? Yes. Is it a 6 each?
Technically, yeah, you should be good.
Or should I daisy chain these again?
Daisy chain them because it'll be easier, and then you can also show the fact that you can daisy chain those fans together. I know that not all fans are built the same, but basically the light wings that came in the triple pack there have a Y split at the end, so it allows you to daisy chain multiple fans together and then connect into one spot. So I would recommend, just for testing purposes, to do three fans to one header. That should be I think would be the maximum that I would probably do on one. I've done a lot more, but I would say that confidently I can say that 3 fans to one header is just fine, or 3 devices to one header is fine. Now the best part about this is that those fans and the case and the cooler have the same LED pattern rotation, or at least a pattern programmed into it. So when you actually go and do the RGB pattern across the entire board, across the case, the power supply, or the cooler and the fans and everything like that, it actually does the RGB wrap like it's supposed to. And you'll actually see, you know, when Sean next century turns this PC on, you'll see the RGB actually, you know, do its thing, which would be really neat to see it all flow together, because it really, like, that subtlety makes RGB a lot more tolerable, I guess you could say. Like, I'm so sick of it, but when I do see it on that case, I'm like, okay, all right, that looks cool now. I forgot that RGB can look cool, you know.
Well, it's been so overdone, so it's cool the way you guys implement it. It just looks good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Shannon. That's nice. Nice to hear, you know. There's 3.1 meters of LED strip in that case. Yeah. Yeah. It's an insane amount of LEDs. Actually, that one... Was that, did that come in a real box, Shannon? Or, Sean? Or did that come in a regular box?
No, this came in a real box.
That came in a real box. Okay, so that's a I think a real one. I don't know if it's a production. I say a real one.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
you're
you
seeing
have...
is not real.
It's not real. This is just your imagination. It's either it could be a P1 or a P2 sample though. And before we replaced all the LEDs, we only had 1.5 meters of LED in it, and we said no, it is not enough.
Not enough.
9. So we put in a lot more LEDs. Okay, and man, it glows so much better. Holy cow! It's
I
just,
love you, Kev.
beautiful.
I love you, buddy.
Hey man, you gotta make it fun. Otherwise, you're not.
Doing this with you guys.
Kind of live
Doing
life.
this with you guys is the way it should be done, man. Jesus.
So I just realized that I definitely don't have enough RGB fans. Because that's the one I asked you for. They never ship. So I'm going to put a non-RGB in the back for now.
Okay.
Yeah. I will grab
Put a black one in the back. Just put a Pure Wings 3 in the back. It'll be fine. We make some really good fans. Even if you don't buy our super high-end, crazy $35 fan, which is worth it. The Pure Wings 3 is actually what he's grabbing right now, I'm guessing, right? What does he have in his hand? Is it a Pure Wings 3? No, of course. He's going to get the stupid expensive one. That's fine, too.
I have to
That's
suffer through this.
Yeah, okay, so it's the... Man, he really
Oh,
did.
those
He
are the
pulled
ridiculous ones, yeah.
Damn it, Sean, here I was trying to do the whole budget pitch,
You don't
and
have
you're
to
like,
buy the
hold
best
on.
ones. You're like,
I
hold on, I
don't-
got them.
I have the best one. Okay, so
I don't have...
Sean is going to install a Silent Wings 4, which is our highest model fan that we make. It is the quietest, it is the best performing, it is unbelievable fans.
I don't have...
Everything he said before, disregard.
Disregard.
You want the Uber high-end he was just
This is
mentioning?
it,
This
yeah.
is it.
We do make some
Pivot.
really nice fans. Okay.
I was just... I mean, honestly, I was going to say,
Actually.
I don't have any other ones. I'm out of my extras.
Oh, you have the... That's a Pro, too. Okay, so we sell Silent Wings 4s, and then we sell Silent Wings 4s Pro. Alright, and the difference between the regular Silent Wings 4 and the Silent Wings 4 Pro is the fact that the Pros have removable ears. And what does that actually do for you, or how does it benefit you? Actually, open the fan box, Sean, and
Removable
see...
This cannot be right.
Oh, it is.
130.3
Oh, yeah.
CFM on a
With it cranked to the top setting? Yes, sir.
31.2 dB.
Bro,
Yeah, dog.
from a zero noise floor, yes.
I found out the hard way that if that runs at full speed, it'll take chunks out your finger.
Yes, it will.
It definitely will. Those are no joke fans.
I have a couple of them sitting right here in my AO, I can tell you.
Yeah, those are no jokes. Okay.
And they're not turned to the max switch, by the way.
Oh, you don't have them on ultra? So,
No. I don't
Alright,
need my case to levitate, bro. I'm good.
So the ears that he has on it right now are actually the anti-vibration ears. So the
Is that what you're talking about? Like on the...
Yeah,
so
the
the
mounting
edges.
ears. The mounting
Oh,
ears.
okay, yeah.
Sean, have you seen how to change those yet?
No,
So if
I
you-
hadn't opened this
Little
yet.
push tabs.
So if you push the tabs on the corners and then just kind of pull, it'll just pop off. See how it's got little edges? Yeah, you just kind of squeeze that and it'll just pop right off.
So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
mow the lawn.
So they move a ton of air, but the whole point is that those removable ears are for replacing them with a different style, so it allows you to get better static pressure on radiators. The ears that he's going to put on there, or at least one that he's going to show there, yeah. So those are your replacement ears on the side, and then you have these edges that will also go to the side of the fan, and they basically will create a better seal all the way around the radiator to give you a 15 to 20% increase in flow throughout static pressure increase. Yeah. I think I got one here. Hold on one second.
Now Kev's gonna go diving. Shh. He's back.
I'm back. Because he's got the black version, and it's tougher to see under that light. And so I'm hoping that maybe this one has the ears already installed, and I can show you this. Oh, I totally killed the box. Too late now. We're in it. Let's open this. Let's see which one we got here.
Okay, I did take.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So check it out. So this one has edges. and has the square edges, right? And it will pop off just like Sean's did. But because it has the square edges and it has the seal pretty much, whoops, there we go, this way. It has the seal all the way around it. What it will do is it'll create better static pressure when it's mounted to your radiator,
We're
right?
on an ad break right now.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, you got 15 seconds, and then
That's
you can
okay.
kick it back up.
So
That's all right.
why are mine like this?
I don't know why. I don't know why yours are like that, but in this particular case,
Yeah,
you should
we're
have
back.
2 different styles of ears. You should have
Yeah,
a
we're
square ear like this, and then you should have the vibration ones like he has.
Okay, I have those. So let me ask a question. You said, so would I want to use these with the little plastic nubs?
You want it with the rubber nubs on it.
Yeah.
And the reason that you want it with the rubber nubs on it is because you'll be able to use the mounting things that we have for the fan itself. Because instead of using screws, which you can still use screws, we actually have this push-through system that's actually super nice, and you just kind of just pop it right through, and then that just holds it in. And then when you need to pull it out, you can pull the push pin. Yeah, it's a push pin.
No screws.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow. Those are.
That's rad.
I could see how that
Right.
cut your finger.
Did you just turn it on?
No, I was just looking at that is like a blade edge.
It is a so the blade tolerances between not only the blade and the actual the edge of the frame are very, very tight. But furthermore, I mean that you can see how the blade is shaped, how it has. I mean, it is. These are no joke fans. And then furthermore, on the back you have a switch that's actually here, and you have which is M high speed and then ultra high speed. So you have M, which is manual mode. You have high speed, and then you have ultra high speed. Ultra high speed is 3,000 RPM, and yeah, that, like I said, will cut a finger easily. So be careful of that. But that's honestly, I run a 240 millimeter radiator and an SFX power, or is in a small form factor case, with these guys on my AIO, and I never hear it, ever. It runs.
I do not have a switch.
So then you have just the normal Silent Wings 4s. They
Ugh.
might be the pros, but they might not necessarily be the high-speed version. If there isn't a switch on the backside of the fan, then they're just the PWM, still ridiculously fast, still perform unbelievable, but they're not the high-speed pro.
Plenty happy with that.
I think you had a question. I'm sorry.
I did.
Maybe not. No. Your buddy Wood. Yeah,
Yeah.
Woodley. Not yet. We are working on that. In April, we'll actually have the reverse blade fans for not for those, but for the cheaper RGB model that comes in the Light Base 600. Yeah. So.
Which makes sense.
Mhm.
Got it.
Now, which I bet there's instructions that tell me which one L and S is supposed to be somewhere in here. Which side of the rubber do I want to have on the case?
What do
The
you
little
mean?
nubbin or the flat nubbin?
No, you want the flat. Because it should be flat up against the case unless it's a curved section, like if you have a 120 mil fan.
Got it.
I'll be honest, he confused me on that too.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking? Oh, yes, yeah, no. You want the flat side.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
Interesting. Yeah, you want to.
Yeah, the push-in part goes in through like a fan hole, whereas the flat part's just flat. So it depends if you have like that divot the fan hole goes into.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It didn't fit perfectly, so I wasn't just going to kind of cram it in there.
Yeah, you know what they say, if it doesn't, no. I'm just gonna not go there.
Are you trying to put an 11 and an 8 again? Is that what's going
Yeah, I
on?
was kind of just going with it to
Got
see
it.
see if he could, just shove it. You know what they say: if it doesn't work, get a bigger hammer.
I will.
That's it. We're on the same fan after 20 minutes. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'm gonna focus.
We're still here.
You guys do some talking.
Wait, you haven't been focusing thus far?
No,
Yeah, man. You
not
got
at all.
an AIO and a
Not in the slightest.
CPU in there.
That's why it's taking so long.
He's got a CPU. He's got an AIO. He's got a motherboard. Is the motherboard actually mounted?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. We are good. We're golden.
Wow.
We're only 6 hours away from this being done.
And then he can just go into his next stream. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
great. He can just start right into it, and
I'm gonna let you guys just shred me for a little bit while I.
I'm
focus
pretty
down.
sure. I'm pretty sure your chat's helping. I'm not sure.
it's not our fault. Okay, it's not all our fault.
Okay, seriously, listen. Litmus test though, Sean. Someone called you out saying motherboard has 3 screws in, guaranteed. You at least have 4, right?
It's full.
Oh, it's
Oh,
actually.
wow, he
okay.
did the whole thing.
He did the whole thing, so you know it's not going to boot.
And there's
Because
no
he didn't
Swiss...
pre-test it. He didn't pre-test it, so it's not going to boot.
No, that's,
Oh no, someone brought up the Verge. He said still not as bad as the Verge.
Man, Swiss Army knives again.
Hold on,
We're
does he
really-
have
we're doing
does
it?
he have his tweezers? Does he have his tweezers? Let's see.
Yeah. Get your anti-static wristband too, dog.
No, he called where was it? Damn it, I know I have it right here.
It's not attached to this currently.
That
I
dude
just-
called
I
here we go, zip tie.
ground
He called
myself
zip tie
on-
tweezers. I've got my tweezers.
Yes.
I'm just grounding myself on this periodically.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just keep touching it.
He's missing a BIOS update on for sure. It's out of the box board. I'm pretty sure it's probably a few BIOS updates back, but that's not a big deal. Like you get a board off the shelf, it's at least 3 BIOS updates behind.
Easy.
If not a bunch more, depending on how new the board is.
I don't know, Sean. We get a board direct from the manufacturer. The motherboards, the BIOS is broken.
Oh, the brick out of the board, the brick
Yeah.
out of the box BIOS. That's good stuff.
Let's not have that this time. Let's just have it work, shall we?
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's put
Like-
this in.
Like I said, we'll talk about that after. I found some things with the Ultra 200 that's fun.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
Let's collapse.
Tell me all the
It
secrets.
Never. If you attach an anti-static wrist strap to that wobbly table, it will absolutely collapse in spectacular fashion. I'm pretty sure that table don't need help, so.
I want to see it now. I want to see it.
As someone who works in PC building and repair, welcome to the club. We all, if you work in tech, you pretty much work in PC building and repair.
Yeah.
I know whether it's my family, friends, whoever people I game with, I end up building PCs and repairing them for them. And goodness help you if you end up building a PC for your friends, and then next thing you know, you've got to tech support it.
Yeah.
Or for family.
The PC in
Or
the
for
corner, that stacked over there, which also is because I love brands that like me, and I shill the crap out of them. Also, I like the products. So there's Viper back there. There's Gigabyte back there. There's Be Quiet back there. There's ZOTAC back there.
There's some fun things.
I lost the fan screws.
He works at an actual computer store. That's badass. I didn't.
Oh.
Honestly, there's not a lot of computer stores around anymore.
Yeah, man. That's
Like,
cool.
That's almost like the dude probably works at Micro Center.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if he worked at the one.
Yeah,
right
if
here
he's
by me.
working at Micro Center, he better change his name right now and get out of chat. So he's
Yeah.
like, popping out. People are hitting him up.
Just forget this. Yeah, if you work at Micro, first of all, if he works at Micro Center, he would probably be there stocking the 350 cards they have that like 800 people are signing up for.
Yep.
The lines
folks.
are insane.
Yeah, oh, it's funny though because you got folks that are waiting outside and they're waiting for the 5090 to happen, and that's just not it's not. They ain't got the 5090s.
They're gonna come home with 5080. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you're
There's-
gonna come home
there's
with a 5080 and you're gonna
Something
be
feels incredibly wrong about self-tapping screws going into these rubber nubs.
Yeah, when you first time you thread him in, it's like, ugh, and you're like, oh,
sad.
you can feel
I
the
didn't-
screw bite into it. It's like,
That's the German way.
and
Just
no,
really.
what's great about it though is the next time you put it in, you're like, you just feel it's like, woof, it just goes right in. You're like, that's the feeling.
This is nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Honestly.
Not too bad.
You gotta bite her in, man.
All right, so now you're having it suck out, right? That's what you're doing. Or no, that's intake. Okay.
This is intake. Yep.
Okay, that's allowed. It's allowed. You're just taking forever. Could you hurry up? I want to see this thing turn on. It
So
won't.
do I.
Nah.
It won't. Yeah, it's the one in California, man. It's like right around the corner from City Industry and stuff like that. Yeah, it's or no, not City Industry. It's Irwin. I think it's Irwin. Tustin. That's it, Tustin. Thank you. I knew somebody would know. Yeah, Philinux, I think that's how you say it, was just saying that they've... Oh, no, Vasbosh was saying that they've got like 130 cards at the local, but...
I'm in Ohio too. Woo!
That's a pretty. That's more than I would have thought, I guess.
I don't know if I should say that. Philinux is like, Tustin was a guess. I'm in Ohio, and I'm like, oh, so am I.
Yeah, it's alright. The East Coast represent. It's fine.
Dude, I have a micro center an hour and a half north of me, and the headquarters like 2 hours south of me. So
Because there's hardly any technology or gaming in Washington.
except Beaverton Intel.
Is
Like-
There's also like I don't know, Steam's not here,
Yeah,
Amazon's
yeah,
not
right.
here.
You have, dude, you have Valve, you have Microsoft. Was it Redmond? Or no, is Redmond up there? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Microsoft
Right, it's up there, yeah.
And then you have just south of that, you have like Beaverton campus for Intel. There's a lot up there.
But we have no
Oh, but
micro
they-
centers.
But y'all got Canada Computers in Canada. The Canada Computers stores are kind of awesome if you go to the right ones, man. They're pretty cool. And plus, they got Be Quiet stuff.
I love that caveat. If you go to the right stores.
Or if you go, I mean, I don't know. I've never been to the one in Vancouver, but all of the ones that are over on the East Coast, like Toronto, Markham area, all that stuff, they're awesome. And the people there are pretty cool too. Yes, yeah, it's like a micro center, just like a micro center actually, just on a little bit smaller of a scale. Actually, it really depends. Like some of their stores, too. The Canada Computers that's in Markham is freaking huge. Like it is a big store.
I've never heard of that. There's supposed to be one near me.
Yeah, in
Vancouver?
Vancouver, I think. But honestly, again, I've never been to the Vancouver one, to be honest.
No, we don't.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, Price is
Yeah,
gone.
Rest in peace.
Coffee in there and stuff, so I don't know if like micro centers kind of set up the same way.
No,
it's
Fry's
like-
was its own animal, dude. Those stores were themed and everything. Those things were crazy.
It's cool.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sad fall. But then again, they also had appliances. They had like their own cafes. It was an intense store. But every time you walk by the motherboard wall, all the sockets were destroyed. Like, they had-
S-Reg just hit it home right there, because I was literally just thinking about, man, dude, I remember going into Comp USA and
Comp
buying my Cooler Master Cosmos 1
Oh
case.
God.
Yeah. And picking up like an Antec 900 because it was like $89 or whatever. Those were the days. Those were the days when $100 cases roamed and ruled the lands.
And
The Zellman flower, dude. Stop.
I have one of
stop.
those.
We're old. We're
I
real
have one
old.
of those
And then you can bring
on,
that up.
A 4850, I think. I have one of those still with the copper flower, just decorative.
Yeah.
It's one of the few things I have left over from the days long past.
once you start working in this industry like 2 decades, people start to bring stuff up, and you're like, no, stop.
Stop. It hurts. It hurts.
I just decided to check the Mayfield Heights Micro Center.
Yeah.
The cheapest 5000 series card they have is $1,149.99, and it's a ZOTAC RTX 5080 gaming solid overclock triple fan. That's the
Wow.
cheapest one they got.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not
So,
bad.
so ZOTAC's got the most obtainable one, but it says available on January 30th. Come on, we're like an hour and a half away. Don't even with that crap.
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
And midnight what time? Like,
Midnight what time? Wait, what the what is midnight's
Like-
midnight, bro?
I know, but that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Is it midnight on the East
Midnight
Coast, like
what
where normal
time?
people live, or is it, you know,
On the East Coast where normal people live,
Yeah.
Jesus.
or just
No, I
yes,
don't.
where, you know, the founding fathers live, you know?
I do not think you can get your hands on one until 9 a.m. East Coast time. I do not
9
think so.
a.m.
Yeah,
East
6 a.m.
Coast.
Pacific, 6 a.m. Pacific.
Yes.
But
That's
they,
why
they
I'm streaming
normally
at
do,
6.
They do allow some stores to like do midnight launches, but I think they're being that I don't think there's gonna be. Well, I don't know. It's not as cold as it's been. It's like 32 right now. It was like
Alright.
14 a few days ago. So
I was gonna
This
say, it
up.
was like 7.
yeah, I was like, dude, like a week ago it was -4, and I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know -4 existed, but cool.
Yeah, it
It's
cuts
like-
through you.
Yeah, it's like, why is my skin hurt? Why does my skin? Why do I hurt just existing? I mean, I hurt just existing, but that's another story.
Yes.
Stopping wet cold.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how do I
S-Ray,
connect this?
He says I get all of your Ohio weather 2 days later.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
So
yeah.
he must be up
he's
in Nova
Jersey.
Scotia. He must. Oh, Jersey.
No,
Never mind.
Jersey. Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
you-
bad for him
You
already.
poor man. You poor man.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Can we
I'm so
start?
sorry.
Can we start a GoFundMe among the chat?
Yes. It's more like an East Coast thing that everyone just hates Jersey.
Everyone just looks at Jersey. Yeah, like everyone Midwest and East Coast just looks and like someone's like, I'm from Jersey. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
so
bro.
bad.
Because he seems like a really cool guy. So I imagine
He
he's just dealing with it. Like, yeah, I'm here. It's what I got to do.
It's
He
he's-
replied, I'm South Jersey. there's the answer. That tells you he even knows. He even knows the issue. He's like, I'm South Jersey. We're a bit different. Like, that's like you know when you say I'm from California. It's like which part? Like people just instantly judge you based upon locale.
I mean, it's the same thing when I say I'm from New York. And they're like, oh, New York City? I'm like, no, I have a house and I have land and a property and
No,
like,
I also
cars.
don't. I also don't want. I also don't want people. I
Yeah.
also don't want people standing out the subway yelling at me. So I don't want to be in New York.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I'm
New York.
good.
I'm sorry, New York City.
Yes, been there, done that. All
Dude.
good.
Times Square. Walking by, getting ready to catch one, and the dude starts yelling at me about God's gonna get me, and I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to a different subway.
Mhm.
Why would you? What CPU would you shift this down on? And which one should I use?
What?
What?
What do you mean shift it down? What?
Did you have a conversation with somebody else on
I had a
different
conversation
stream
with the
that None
manual.
of us.
Yeah, the manual mount says
This is Jersey. What?
the manual says shift it from 0 to 8 if it is a 3000, 5000, or 7000 series. Yes.
Well, it's a 9000, which is a 7000. So
Yeah. So now I don't know which one I'm supposed to use.
because the manual hasn't
you
been
have
updated
the
for
offset
9000.
mount, right? You have the offset mount. That's what you're looking at.
Yes. 0
Okay, so
or 8.
You use the offset.
Yeah.
I use
basically-
the 8.
It's AMD. You use the offset.
Well, because it's not updated for 9000. He only sees up to 7000. Use the one for 7000. You'll be fine, Sean.
I was just the
Yes.
reason I'm asking is because the first page says use 0 unless you want to do an alternate mounting. Then look to the next page
offset
where it
mount,
says
yeah.
use 8. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
why
what
would
he's
you
saying.
not use it?
Because
some people will not use 8 and the offset if they're using like the 9700X, or if they're using a different like if you're using 9600 or something like that. Even the 9950, you really don't need to use the offset. However, if you do use the offset with the 9800X 3D, it's supposed to get like a 3 to 6% performance boost
Sweet.
in cooling, which is pretty good.
yeah, because you're basically moving the center of the cooling portion right over the
Right
dies
over it.
itself, essentially.
Exactly. And Philinux, you know what? I'm from New York.
Actually
Yes,
knew that, but I
did
wanted to
see-
know the reason why it was written that way.
I did see that travesty that was the Buffalo Bills game. That was. It
Let's
was
not
awful.
talk about
I'm
that.
still a little sad. Even Sean and I were very sad at the same time talking about it. It was a sad day. Okay. Superman didn't show up to play. Actually, he did.
He did.
Honestly, he did. He showed up to play. He ripped off the shirt and he was like, "I'm Superman." And then the referees were like, "No, not gonna happen." And then
Do you want to start the conversation about how the Bills got kind of screwed on the calls for the?
No, I
versus
don't.
KC?
I don't.
Yeah.
No. I
I'm,
want
I'm,
No,
so-
we don't-
I'm
we-
salty about. I'm salty about that for you.
We
I know.
all know that it wasn't a first down, obviously.
Which call are we talking about? Because there was more than one.
Fast Bosch, you know what? You can show yourself out there. Okay, just make sure that he doesn't win any more anything anymore. Okay, jeez Louise. I'm just kidding. No, if you're a Chiefs fan, that's awesome. Hey, congrats. That's pretty cool. I understand it.
It is fun to
I'm
be
not
a
gonna
Taylor
say
Swift
that I
fan.
don't.
It is.
Dude, me and the ladies are Swifties. I get it.
I am.
I don't necessarily like Kansas City because of it, though. I'll tell you that much.
I will say this. If they win, he might retire.
It's not like the Bills have lost 4 consecutive
Dude,
games.
that was
Listen.
that was rough.
Listen.
I didn't mention that one. It was rough.
The wound is already open, and now you're gonna go pour salt in it like that? Come
Did
on.
he
now.
explain
Dude,
to
it
you
hurts.
that he is from Philly and he's an Eagles fan? So
Well, see, that's
Hey,
why.
we all make mistakes in life. It's okay.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm not
all
even
right.
mentioning my team because nope, that's not happening ever.
Yeah, all right. So, speaking of mistakes, and Mr. Philly will understand this perfectly clear. We were in the car. We were going across the wrong bridge, and we went across the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. Had no idea what we were doing. Got across to the other side and went, "Oh no, we should not be here." And if you know what that means, New Jersey. Camden, baby. That's right. Yeah, that's not good for 3 white guys in a white pickup truck. So we had to get out quickly, which was kind of funny. But
Here.
yeah, everybody makes mistakes.
He took the plastic
once in a
off. He took the plastic
while.
off.
Ooh. Oh, he tried.
it didn't want
He actually
to.
failed the first time.
It didn't
Yeah.
want to come off.
Didn't we
wanted you
warn
to experience the
about
failure.
plastic being really stuck on
It
things.
didn't want to come off.
That's that
Alright.
German
Ooh.
quality plastic, dude.
That's right. Did you spooge on it yet?
Yes, I did. I did a spooge jacket.
Thermal spooge. You got that on there?
I did the X
Spread on
spooge.
there real good.
I like the X
Alright.
spooge style.
To just
Alright,
spread
cool.
it around a little.
That's right. Don't even need to. Sometimes once you just smash it on there,
I
it
just
goes
like
everywhere.
to jam it on there and let it spooge
You know what they
everywhere.
say when you put it on, sometimes it goes everywhere. What can you do?
That's hey. So
Can't
with the
always control it.
screws that you're tightening here, you're going to try and tighten them like a tire, so tighten one, then the next, and the next, and kind of go back and forth a little evenly. But you will tighten them until it bottoms out. Why? Because, well, we made it precisely the right depth so that when you go and tighten it all the way to the bottom, it is perfect.
Okay. Can do that. I like the bottom out. Need the bottom out.
You
No,
like this?
no, I'm not taking the bait. No, no, that was absolute bait.
It was right there.
Ooh, it kills me not to. Nope, nope,
That's
nope,
great.
nope, nope, nope,
This is good.
nope. Not doing it.
We are
You
bottomed
tried, Sean.
out.
Yeah, you are. You sure are, buddy.
All right.
Almost, you could
Yes.
say you did it with true power.
It did.
There you go. Yep. It's in
Nice
now.
and tight.
There. That's.
This
there
is
are
evolving
things
quickly. This
that
is
are
evolving
said
quickly.
during a computer build that can be taken the wrong way.
All
I don't know
of
if
it.
you noticed, but ZOTAC just let me run free here. They just
Yeah, like they're
Yeah, Brian left. He's
Brian,
like,
Brian saw what was going on. He's like, I'm not responsible for this, and he got up and left. He's like, I could tell this is gonna happen.
All right. Oh,
I'm glad
I
my kids
accidentally
are asleep.
remove the end piece. Oh no, the glass.
Oh
end.
man. Oh, Jonathan's getting excited. He saw some Canada flags and he's super stoked
fell
about it
off.
behind him.
Oh yeah. Because it's SEAN, by the way, just to say. Because many of my viewers, highly percentage of them actually are Canadian. I live 20 minutes from the border, so the Canadian sometimes seeps through.
So you are one.
I'm close to one it can be. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm really like, Zeal is, and Pig Radio and all those people are all from like the eastern edge, the +4 hour, like distant far Canada. They all, I don't know. I'm popular with them. So we have Canadian flags because they bought.
You almost said Timmy Hose and Timbit there, huh?
Blame Canada.
Let's put these
Oh,
last
sorry.
fans in and then we can wrap up.
Hey Kev, can we start the Blame Canada song?
No, there's probably one too many people
That'll be offended.
that'll be offended by that one. Yeah.
But they're Sean's people we're offending, not ours. Well, I guess.
Well, Sean's people. Oh fuck! Oh no! Swim south real quick.
Sorry, bro.
Or maybe it wasn't supposed to go south. It was actually supposed to go north. But I
Yeah,
don't
north.
know
It's America's
anymore.
hat. It's America's
hat.
Yes.
It's the hat. They say clip that. We're so screwed.
I think I added the
So
exclamation point clip command.
There
by
is.
the way.
There is. They've already
Oh,
clipped
yeah.
one of them when you were showing the face on Kevin's box.
Oh.
They already did a clip of that. So.
That Dark
I-
Tower 13 is a good weight. Keeps this
Jonathan's
mountain rolling.
Do I even know these guys?
No, John. I think we've moved past sanity.
Is there
We've
going to be
devolved.
bigger faces in this box?
What do you do? Oh, you're in the. Why are you doing more fans? What are you doing more fans for?
There's none in the.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're gonna be here till 6 tomorrow.
Like 8.
There's none here. There's supposed to be fans here, not my hand.
He hasn't even plugged them in yet, Shannon. What are we doing? What are
Bro.
we?
Bro,
I think there's a bigger face.
bro.
Woodley, you were ready to 24-hour this bitch, right? Jesus.
Let me hold on. I gotta pull up the message from Sean where I think he said like, hey, this will be like an hour and a half to build. I'm pretty sure.
Please.
Triple that.
I'm pretty sure.
Times by
So,
3.
but
Yeah.
Pretty sure, dude, like had an hour and a half on discussing the first fan.
It was a good
oh yeah,
fan.
we talk. I like to talk tech. That's the problem. is
Oh, I
love
dig it.
I love it. Just forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever. There's crap everywhere. This is yeah, I didn't put any front fans in, so I feel like I needed to do that. Or
front
side
fans?
fans. They're front when it goes in.
Front fans?
They're the front edge when it's facing you.
Vash Bosch
Yeah.
is already saying that basically the fact that those fan cables aren't already routed into the case is killing me. So, because I could see it in the corner of the shot, like you just see the cables just like devolve, like just kind of just spewing into the case.
Yeah.
All of the cables.
And then Jonathan also wanted to remind you that when you're done, you gotta update BIOS and install Windows. Just don't
Nah, he
forget.
already has Windows installed.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But mind you, this is also a discussion we had before where he asked if he could flip Windows off an old one to a new one.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the rotation. I'm rolling in. We're gonna see if it breaks.
I'm trying to get some history here. When did the 9800X 3D come out?
Just a couple months ago, not too long ago.
And it was just the sequel essentially to the 7800X 3D. It was the Ryzen
79, yeah, 7900 X3D.
Oh, 79. Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Because there was the 7950X 3D, but that was a Ryzen 9. This is a Ryzen 7.
Yes.
Yeah,
this
Ryzen
is
7. It would be a Ryzen 7
7
for 9800X3D.
Because the
Okay.
9 is going to be the 9950X 3D, correct?
Which they've already announced, if I remember
Which
correctly.
they did. Yes. Right.
Say again?
It should be the 9950X 3D.
Yes.
Oh, okay, and that would okay.
And that would be the Ryzen 9, the new generation.
Jonathan, quit recommending that to people. It's a bad idea.
Okay.
He's like, bro, I've been doing swaps from AMD board to Intel board. It was working, not perfectly, but working. For anyone that's done that knows, not perfectly means randomly things just don't work. Don't get me wrong, I flopped them when I've had to, but you're gonna get best overall performance by having a clean install with the correct system. It's just what it is. You can make it work and it'll work fine. Most times it'll plug in and work, but it's definitely not optimal.
I haven't tried it going back to
Wasn't
AMD
for-
before. So
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
We're doing it right now.
gaming.
Yeah, man. If you just need it to work, it'll definitely just
that's
work.
all I need.
So.
I got a tight timeline tomorrow morning. I have to be awake at 5 a.m.
Philonex understands. He's like, oh my god, Windows is bad enough, let alone doing that. Like, you see the issues we have with Windows as it stands. Then you take it, start
Actually-
flip-flopping it, making it forget the hardware it was on. Like, Windows already is half potato. You really don't want to turn it further.
If I think about it really hard, I think this OS had an AMD last. It was installed with AMD.
And it will work. That's the thing. Like, I've legit moved them from one to another when I need to recover data. But the fact is, there's just too much junk that just gets screwed up. It's just not worth it.
Agreed. I just did that with my wife's PC, and actually I was lucky that it worked because I literally just popped the M.2 out of one older system, 8086K with a 2080, and then put it into a 13700K in the 3080, and again it just
My computer.
somehow it just works, you know, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't need it to do anything crazy. She's not going to do anything crazy, and it just works.
Did you have any issues?
With like mental issues, performance issues, like where are we going here, man?
Yes to all. No, it's the 13700K.
I put it onto an older board, so it was on a Z690. So I had to flash the BIOS before it would actually do anything, and for some reason the BIOS flash that I was doing wouldn't work unless I had a chip. So I had a whatever the 12th series gen chip is. I have just for flashing, literally just for that. Threw that in there, flashed it, popped it out. 13700K went right in, and it was fine.
That's good. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with mine yet, but I did have to do the update to BIOS and all that stuff.
Yeah, you still got to do the BIOS update, but after that, it was fine. Booted fine when you
Which
ran
was
the...
great because I was really scared for a second. I was like, uh-oh. But I don't. I think that if something was wrong, you get like a blue screen though, right?
You'd
Or
get
it'd be
random instability.
Oh, random instability.
Yeah, so you'd get random instability, which like in my case, it just wouldn't work. So like it would go through the boot process, but red LED on the motherboard CPU would be lit.
Oh, sorry.
whole
I thought
time.
he meant the whole 13th gen issue crap.
I do.
Yeah, so that was just for me to get the processor to work, but ever since then I haven't had an issue.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, okay.
But I haven't. I mean, I have a 12700K. I have a 13900, 13700, and both of those have been running for a while, and no issues. I also have the 700 is on like one of the first BIOSes that came out for the Z690. Like when they finally released that to to work with the 13th gen, and it's fine. So if it's working, my 2 cents is it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I did the BIOS and I just didn't know like preemptively what I could have been seeing before, like instability, like programs crashing, or like is that what I would have been looking for? Or, like,
you'd probably have more blue screens,
I haven't
random
had
blue
any of
screens
Yeah, none of those.
Yeah.
at random times. Like you,
Especially decompression workloads is the ones that are most affected.
yeah.
So like
Got
decompressing game assets, things like that are the things that you'll see it most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things
well,
like
but-
especially Fortnite, where you have Oogle and things like that that could be in it. We would show it basically. Those are the things you'd definitely see it on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Sean looks over super intently when I mention Fortnite. He's like, "Huh?"
Oh no. I just installed the fan upside down.
Oh goodness.
So you guys remember how we were talking about 6 a.m.? I think it just got pushed to 7.
Yeah, we might actually make it past launch before the system powers on. So
Woodley's
technically,
on his 5th drink now.
What if it's on purpose? This is all part of the plan.
Oh God. Some of us are old and have to go to bed, Sean.
I'm old.
Do you have to go to bed though? Like, I don't know what to say. Oh, he's off to a good start there, guys.
Don't break the desk.
what's scary is as the desk is wobbling, the case is wobbling less than the damn desk.
Okay, I'm standing up for this.
Like
I
somehow
can't
the
reach it.
case is more still than the desk is. I
just
feel like
can't reach it.
I feel like the case is. I feel like the desk is holding onto the case for stability.
I think we should just drop the 6, 7, and switch to words like Friday, Saturday.
I feel like that's the problem is Twitch makes you restart the stream after 24 hours. Asking me how I know that. So I will tell you that we will have to restart this tomorrow night.
Oh God, I don't.
Actually, they fixed that. It still times out in your video, but it doesn't drop.
Oh,
you
it's
anymore.
48 hours now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 48 now? Dude, I did my 3D printer build live stream when I bought one of my 3D printers, and it cut off on me after 24 hours because I left it printing and everything. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't know it did that. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
slow smokes. We've got an hour and a half before you hit Roby build speed. Trust me, I did a live build with him in Intel. Oh my God.
Is it because he likes to
Oh my
talk?
God.
I just like to talk.
I love Roby though. Justin's the man.
Justin's a very
He's
conversational guy.
Awesome.
He
He's
loves
so cool.
loves to interact.
Yeah.
I did meet him. I went to his place once. Pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. Good cat.
Okay.
The front peel. Yeah, it's all like on the front.
That's because I started peeling it off to appease the masses. Okay.
Are we
All
going to
done.
gamble how many zip ties? That could be a fun one because I vote 0. Because I don't think I think he's going to shove it all back there and just close the door and call it a day.
I
mean, like a true gentleman would. I've been doing that myself a few times, where shove it away and get rid of it and forget it ever exists.
Oh, Vashbosh, we actually did that. We put rails on the side of it. The 900 is actually just a tiny bit too slim for it. But if you actually install the racks onto the outside of the case instead of like to the frame of it, you can actually make it fit. Somebody has done exactly that. And now when I get one, I want to basically take the radiator shroud and make a mount that you can do exactly that. So, is this the Be Quiet version of the Cooler Master half box?
No.
No, it's more. That other
It's
company
more,
that makes
Kevin.
this
It's more.
this big glass one that's very open and was like revolutionary about 5 years ago, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, wow!" And now everyone still buys it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I'm
coughed.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I had a frog.
That's
in my throat.
okay. 2011. Oh,
I had a
okay.
Leon Lee in my. I'm sorry. A frog in my throat.
Frog. Yeah. So we're kind of trying to compete with that one there, and I've built in that many a times actually, and it's a great case, right? So how do we come anywhere close to compete with that? The backside cable management, as you'll see, flappy door. Okay, that's a plus.
Door.
Flappy door.
There it
like,
is. Yep.
Nobody's got flappy door like that,
Flappy door.
right? So that's super cool. You have your built-in hubs, which is also really good. You have the LED strip that goes all the way around, and then you also have the ability to invert it. Now, those other folks have also released a case that can do the invert thing, but not nearly as easy and not nearly as clean as ours. But
You mind if I interject, Kev?
you know what? Absolutely.
Well, because the thing is, I agree that you say like it's inspired by, but reality is, I actually own several of that named case, and I
Ready
will
for
tell
this?
you that it is quite a bit better and different. I mean, it's different. and better for the use case I would have it for. You want to talk? You want to talk your baby up? The big
so,
spicy boy.
Well, that's the mid-range guy. So we didn't get him a pro because I didn't want to put him in any sort of I don't know, issues or anything like that. This I have tested and made sure that I know that will work. And we haven't necessarily had a chance to go through every single one to ensure
Every single build type
that I can say that that's going to work, right?
But that's a great option for the type of build he's doing, man.
So it's the Dark Power, or the Dark Power 13, which is a very well built, high-end power supply. It has the ATX 3.0, 3.1 connector and cable and everything like that. It's compatible with pretty much every genre of manufacturer, whether it's MSI, AMD, Intel, whoever, it does not matter. We have the ability to cater to pretty much everyone, and it has the ability to basically provide power for everything. Everywhere from 750 up to 1,000 watt for the non-pro version, and then we have
I put it in backwards.
16. No, that's right.
That's actually correct. You can pull air directly through the back panel, dude.
No, I put it in backwards.
Oh, he put it where the plugs in the...
Oh.
Oh, use special mode backwards. That's interesting. That's a new one.
I just want to know how you route the cables now. Like, that's an interesting way.
That's that.
Now I want to do that. Like, I want to do that as a mod. Do it backwards.
I have no words sometimes, and that's surprising for me because I like to talk.
I enjoy things going awry sometimes too.
Sometimes
you like doing it twice.
Yes.
Sometimes I've
Also,
watched you
this
put
is
fans
lovely.
in.
Lovely.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no,
That's a
everything
box.
comes in. Yep, full of cables.
Oh, okay.
But no,
Yes.
man,
Yeah.
that case, honestly, it's not
Nice.
like even like the half box or even like the 011 or anything. I mean, that thing's just, it's its own animal. It's like you took the basic principles and ideas the other ones had and said, you know, how can we apply this in a better way? And that's one thing I dig is like the quality is just fantastic, and you have a ton of cooling options. So I totally dig that.
Also, most insane thumb screws. They're so
Oh, yeah.
dense. They're so dense.
Yeah, they're really. I mean, you know that you have installed a dark power.
Bro, the thumb screws for that power supply are bigger than any I've had on a case.
Yes, they're insane.
They're like these gigantic knurled things, and I'm going, this is holding a damn PSU, not a car. Like, I'm pretty sure there are fasteners on my truck that don't have that same heft that you're holding a damn PSU in with.
Yeah. But hey, it looks real cool, doesn't it?
It does. No, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's
That's,
mentioning the tables wobbling and making me nervous.
That right there.
Don't worry about IO Shield, Vashbosh. It's actually attached to the board. And
Yeah,
luckily,
which is the best
we're in the new age where most motherboards now come with them attached. All these youngins don't get to learn about cutting their fingers open with those thin metal crappy IO shields.
Oh man. Oh.
Nope.
Or when they would have the little flappies, so they could secure themselves into the actual connector, but the little tabs would never actually sit the right way.
Yep.
So like you'd have to like force
Tilt
it
the
on and then
motherboard
like
and-
squish that thing in and then jam it in. Oh,
Or
God, it's
have
so
you ever
bad.
installed the entire system, then realized that stupid prong that was supposed to sit on top of the USB was inside of it?
Yes.
And you're like,
Yes,
oh, cool.
always. Just rip them off.
At that point, yeah, I grab it with needle nose. I'm not gonna lie, grab needle nose, rip them off. I don't care at that point. It's done.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna bring up a super painful one, but Kev, I know you've done this. Have you ever been building a system and you put your finger to where one of the pins on the motherboard go right up under your fingernail?
Oh yeah.
I did that with the fan header the other day. Ah!
I did it with a RGB connector.
That
12
would be, yeah.
And I was doing this and trying to get in there, and it just slipped, and it was a finger right in. And I'm like, ow, ow. It's funny, we joke. I don't know if you have
They
any
fight back.
D&D players, but that's 1 hit point right there. That's 1 hit point.
One HP, and I'm already
1
low.
HP, and it hurts.
Yep.
By the way, I do gotta say,
Some critical failure.
Yeah.
You rolled a 2. You failed successfully.
Yeah, failed
Yeah.
success. Yeah.
I will say that one of the things is having that solid front panel connector
Mhm.
versus all the separate wires. That's I'm definitely happy to see that becoming a thing.
Yeah, the F panel is now like that separate connector. So instead of having to do the I/O, your positive, negative, your LED switches and stuff like that, or your LED lights and whatnot, you just have this one little connector, pop it right in, you're done.
Oh, Vashbosh, dude! He said, I've stepped on a motherboard with bare feet during my hardware hoarding without shelves days. What?
Oh,
Dude, that's like worse than Legos.
Ow.
dude, that's bad.
Dude, no. What?
Yeah.
No.
So
How?
yeah, Vash.
I'm a
hurts.
Lego guy. I hate stepping on Legos. I'm gonna have nightmares about stepping on motherboards now. What are you doing, man? Don't make us all live through that.
No, thank you.
No. Why you do this? Stop.
Did you see that Olympics that they did, where the guys like you have to run 300 feet while we pour a bucket of Legos on a treadmill.
Oh no! Yes, I've seen that. No.
You want to know something wild? So, Ryan Stiles, at least he used to live here. He lives here. Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's most people
Oh my
know him from.
god! Yeah.
When Whose Line Is It Anyway was wrapping up, they actually did a show here at the local theater where he brought everyone, including Drew Carey, and I got to watch Drew Carey walk across the stage that was barefoot, that was full of mousetraps.
What? No.
I don't know why.
No
That's what they
V2.
did,
No
along
V2.
with all of the other stuff that they
No,
normally
that's
do.
terrible.
That's
Yes.
www. Wait, no, I almost said that's nope.com. Nope. I don't know if that's actually. Please don't visit their website. I don't know if it's anything bad. I just said nope, but I just realized that anyone can buy stuff. By the way, Kev, just for lulz, because it's been a while. Why come no tattoo?
Why come no tattoo? Unscannable.
Oh God, wait. Do these guys know Idiocracy?
I don't. Well,
They might not.
S-Reg does. S-Reg definitely
Yeah.
does.
S-Reg's laughing, so he's got to know it.
For sure.
Why come
For
no
sure.
tattoo?
Absolutely.
I think we're building
Okay,
a fan
good.
base in the ZOTAC audience now.
It's great. It's great.
Just,
It's got electrolytes in it, man.
what the plants crave. The Department of Education. Ooh.
Oh,
Sounds like we're gonna need to do a watch party.
Dude,
oh
you
my
do.
god.
Dude,
It's
you
not
do.
a movie, it's a documentary.
It is. It is. No, it was a warning. It was a warning. Ow, my balls.
I have to be careful because I'm wearing Crocs, and the only reason they were successful is because of
I
that
know.
movie.
It's because of that
And you know what the
movie.
worst part?
Yes.
You've heard the story, I'm sure, where they say, we want shoes that are so ridiculous no one would wear them. So
Yep.
they went out and bought a bunch of these shoes, Crocs, expecting no one, they were so dumb, no one would ever touch them. They put them in the show, and everyone decided that's a good idea and started buying them. And now you have Crocs for every flavor. And
Yep.
you have attachments for Crocs. And I saw that even someone in the 3D printing community made like truck nuts, but for your Crocs,
Yep.
to hang off the back. And now I know he has some, so I'm going to 3D print him some. Because
Me?
he's got to have them. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm 3D printing you some croc nuts for sure.
Please do.
Burger King now owns kids.
What'd you say?
That's a Burger King now owns your kids. Oh my
Oh God, that's so good. You have been found as a neglected parent. Please wait.
Please wait. Yeah.
I remember that kiosk, dude. That movie's so good.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Yes.
How did
Oh,
this PC build stream become old
it's-
movie quotes?
Ah, it's so good.
If it
It's
goes
so
long enough, this is part of why. It goes long enough, things divulge into nonsense. Should I be plugging? Should I plug the pump into the board or the controller? Does it matter? I don't know if this pump needs to be running 100% all the time.
You just plug it into the.
Okay, let's be clear about this, and we'll just lay some knowledge. Every AIO should be plugged into a fan header on the motherboard.
The pump header.
The pump header. If
Or
there is
CPU
a
opt.
pump, or CPU opt. If there is a fan header only, then it needs to go into that fan header, and that fan header needs to be manually set to 100%. Otherwise, you run the risk of that pump theoretically not turning on because it doesn't have enough oomph, enough requests for it, and so therefore it won't actually turn on.
Sorry, I had to reply to Vasbach because he had the quote. He goes, if you have one bucket, if one bucket contains 2 gallons, another bucket contains 7 gallons. How many buckets do you have? So I replied 4.
4. I wish I wish this was I could say a little more because it'd be like, oh man, it says right here, man, that you're all messed up.
Says right here that you're.
Yeah, there's a lot more to that.
Yep. There's more to that quote. Feel free to Google it yourself, folks. I'm not down to be canceled today. I've been in this industry too long to do that on the stream. I'm good. Man, I could really go first.
That's so great. That's so good.
Pronto.
Sean, are you sure you wanted us to be here?
Yeah.
I mean,
This is perfect.
Mountain Dew
Alright.
Camacho.
Are you having a good time? I'm
Oh,
having a
it's
good
great.
time.
Oh my
great.
god. That's okay. My wife's waiting to go to bed for work, and I'm just like, oh, I'm a little longer. We're good.
It's just
We're really
just
close.
a little. It's yeah. I mean,
Really
so
close to done. 2 p.m. We should be good. We got another 3 hours or so.
We're not close to done. What are you doing?
Oh
right
yeah, we
now?
are. Yeah, we are.
What are you doing?
He looks like he's trying to tickle it. I'm not sure.
I mean, he's got his hands deep inside of
intimate.
it.
Yeah, he's getting intimate here.
I like it. I just,
It's what plants crave.
I don't know what he's reaching for, but
It
dude,
seems really bad,
the
but it is a
table-
lot of fan cables that I'm just going to bundle
table's
up in this
getting-
beautiful little bundle hole.
By the way, I love the court scene with all the sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Or wait, yeah, it was brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Just
Yeah.
Carl Jr. here. Yeah. Vasbosh, I've been trying, man. Trust me. You're. Even when Shannon used to work for the company, Shannon
Yeah.
was trying.
We've all have. I mean, dude, it's
just an uphill battle, man.
that's
And
one of those
it's-
things that's hard to convince people because as much as we all like ITX, it is still a very niche market. It's not. You gotta realize that people who are making the decisions on some of this stuff, even like from the DRAM and SSD side, when it comes to like super high capacity and crazy stuff, it gets way harder to convince people to do it because your amount of people that will actually purchase it is really small. So that means that, if you're investing, like, let's say in tooling, a lot of people don't realize that, like, for example, when you work on a case design, like, tooling can be well in excess of $100,000 to $400,000, depending on design, because every little bump you see in a panel is another piece of tooling that has to go into place to push or stamp or bend that panel. So once you get all those different rolls, like, for example, you'll notice on a Be Quiet case, you'll almost never cut yourself on the metal, because every single corner is rolled over. Every single part of that takes tooling. And the jigs and tooling and all that can take hundreds of thousands of dollars for that, from the PVT all the way up to MP samples. And once you get that, that's why you see companies will take and make sub models, because what will happen is then you can reuse some of that tooling in order to not have as huge of an R&D expense for every single case model. Because once you have that investment, then it's easier to cost those down and make them into other chassis or other designs, even like DRAM stuff. The reason we use specific heat shields like on a whole line versus every single one being different is the cost would be so ungodly expensive, you guys wouldn't want to buy it. So you have to kind of come into things and look at it and go like, okay, ITX, how many people are going to buy it? How many cases can we make out of, like, let's say these specific part designs that are going to make it universal or make it like modular?
Reusable.
Yeah, modular. There you go. I can't. My brain was just like, yeah, you're not going to get that word today. Apparently, I only have like 2-cent words at my disposal right now. I can't use words with too many syllables. My brain breaks. But the thing is, once you build something out that far, like once you get into like the uber high-end cases, it gets really hard for people to justify buying it, which means that the R&D expense, you have to make it up somewhere. And so that's why, like, these cases, like having like ITX, it's such a hard sell for a lot of places. And I think Be Quiet, if they built one, would be nuts.
I really think that they could do a good job. Their first iteration, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm really glad that we were able to kibosh it because it was not good.
There you go.
It was
Okay.
really, really bad. But now,
That was the original ones when you joined, right?
yeah, those are the original ones when I joined, which were bad. They
I
were
know.
Just,
I was.
yeah, you know.
I
They were-
saw them.
And you know, it was a good try. It was a good first attempt. But now, unfortunately, because of what Sharon's saying and the overall purchase power or purchasability of this particular case is relatively low, they're having a tough time justifying actually wanting to do all of that. And you know, also Germany #1, and if it doesn't sell a lot over there, then how could it ever sell any over here? Right?
And that comes down to the regional internal company discussions and stuff where
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to educate people on different regions and markets and what have you.
Right.
And then it takes time for
and
them to recognize it too.
right, and it makes sense because you know over in the EU, they get charged per kilowatt, you know, and it's unbelievably expensive when it comes to electricity. So they're not going to go buy a 1,000 watt power supply because they can. They're going to buy a 750 because they require 745 and they don't want to pay any extra on their utility bills or anything like that. So they're going to try and be as conservative
Realize it
and
was that
conscious of
much.
that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Energy over there is unbelievably expensive. You know, we think we have it bad here in the States. Ha 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 ha.
Do you know where
Oh,
it's
That's
mostly
no.
sourced from?
where say it again.
The energy? Do you know where it's mostly
It
sourced?
it depends on the region. There's depending on different regions.
Germany just ended up shutting off all their nuclear power not too long ago, and they had a ton of problems because they weren't ready for that type of shock to go through the entire infrastructure. So, like, they're having to now combat that with natural energy, renewable energy sources.
Oh, so they're putting wind farms, and then I don't know if they have any dams out there, hydroelectric, and yeah,
Yeah.
They have a lot of
I
beer.
mean, they do have a lot of beer. And unfortunately, in Germany, a lot of
that'll
the
turn
if
the
yeah the Germans
the beer
running
will
around in
turn
circles.
will
Yeah.
turn the fans. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Got it.
why did they get rid of nuclear? If I understand it correctly, they were viewing it as like a dirty energy or an unclean energy because there's no real way for them to recycle the nuclear waste after it's done. So Germany wanted to become one of the green countries. Um, but there were a lot of political things that were going in the background there too.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
if you don't know exactly about your European politics and stuff like that, they are much worse. Can be much worse than the United States. Ours are bad. Don't get me wrong. Ours are real bad. But theirs can be just like a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I think that that's kind of what ended up happening in that whole thing because they shut off a lot of power that they didn't exactly know
Yeah.
how it was going to affect them.
One of the problems is like nuclear energy is fantastic as long as you have a plan for how to deal with the waste. Because
Yeah.
nuclear is great, but if you don't have spent fuel pools along with a long-term solution, you end up with spent fuel pools that just fill with rods of spent fuel, literally of
Yeah.
spent nuclear fuel that you can't do anything with. And
Yes.
it's like
So
still
Not bury it,
radioactive.
right?
Well, the thing is, it's still radioactive material. It still has a half-life of a very long time.
of hundreds of
Yeah,
years. I
if
mean,
not
you're
1,000 years, then before it's not harmful.
right. Exactly. That's what the moon is for.
That's what the moon is for. Hey, you want to see a really bright moon? Why is the moon starting to be a green hue?
You know how they dispose of it?
Depends. I mean, I can tell you some of what I know of what's in the U.S. I know how
Yeah.
the U.S. disposes of it, and it's not good.
No.
Do
It's
they put
very
it in
not
a bunker and
Some of them are literally underground, like fuel
Yeah.
pools that they just
Buried.
bury,
Mm-hmm.
and
buried?
they leak, which is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, into the
Very
groundwater,
bad.
or if
They
there's down
leak into
there.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, the
But if
leaching
they're
pathway.
the whole justification though is if it's far enough down
Yeah.
into the soil, then obviously it's not going to harm
It'll
anything.
just
But
be
if you
okay.
if you know anything about drilling or the surface of the earth, you know how thick and how difficult it is to go down. So us saying, "Oh yeah, we know how to go deep into the surface of the earth" is kind of a joke. It's
You gotta
laughable.
shore it and any of that, like just to
I
get down
mean,
that far.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
And
like
then
Yeah,
he
tunneling and
like he said, they stopped building the U.S. the rod vault in the desert because they were actually building an area where we could store it, where we could store. We had like a plan for it, but none of it's ever happened. So essentially, all around the United States, which other countries and around the planet have this as well, is you end up with these nuclear reactors that originally were going to ship off or whatever, and they wound up just, okay, hold them where they are. Like, for example, San Onofre, down where I used to live in Southern California. They have a nuclear reactor out there, look like 2 big old domes, blah, blah, blah. And they have just these spent fuel pools that are just filling with fuel rods, with spent fuel rods, because they have nowhere to put them. Like, they're like, we have nowhere to put these, so they're just going to keep stacking them, essentially.
Yeah. And it's not like California's going to all of a sudden create like some crazy renewable energy that's going to just fix that whole side of the country. No. First of all, you got 1 billion people over there. Not 1 billion, but a lot of people.
Fission reactors.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's still 10
not within
years
our
from
lifetime,
now.
but not within our lifetime, but
yeah, of course. But unless you do something like that,
I just think it's amazing that like PSE up here, our energy company, will like buy power or sell power to Texas.
Yep.
You know, like that just kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, because you have a certain amount within your grid that you can supply, rather than wasting it, they sell it off to other connected grids or other entities.
Yeah. It's like its own trading market.
Right, yeah,
Generated
exactly.
power.
Yeah, it's true. There are specific reactors that you can use to continue producing power on the spent fuel rods, but those, once again, they're very costly. They don't have them. Oh, cool, I just got an ad up here on the side, so I get to look at Taco Bell, which actually looks quite good, because I hate myself. I hate myself, but Taco Bell looks really good right now.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Speaking of nuclear energy.
Hell yes.
Yeah, they have these new dippable burrito things. I want to eat them.
Speaking of gaseous energy, Taco Bell just played on an ad, just saying.
Thanks, Taco Bell. That was great.
Talking about Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah,
we were don't worry, we were talking about Taco Bell too. It's all good. You didn't miss anything.
No.
We were just, but you know, the thing is, spent fuel is absolutely a thing. But once again, just like, for example, we can't use our own oil we pump here. We have to ship it out because because a lot of people don't realize that the stuff we pump here, we physically cannot use. Because the oil sands and stuff that we create, our refineries are not designed to handle it. That's why we import oil and we export oil. Because even if we drill more oil here, it's not usable. Because we would literally have to rebuild how our existing plants work to work with that. No fuel company is going to do that. So that's why we exist on our current thing of no matter.
What's the way that it's come out where it needs to be refined again into?
It's a different type of oil. It's a different type. So like you have oil sands, you have just pure crude oil. There's different types, and basically with that, that's why a lot of people here, they think, we can just pump more oil. We won't need any other oil from outside. That's completely not true, because our oil we can't use unless somehow we're going to get the energy companies to actually build new refineries, which. I don't know, Kev, what, the 70s is the last time one was built, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's probably not, and I don't think it's going to go through the approval process, especially when we're talking about like a major oil company trying to talk about building a new refinery. It doesn't matter. All of the folks that think that oil are bad will come out of the woodworks to try and prevent that, even if it is some sort of revolutionary new refinery or something like that. Like in this time and age, unfortunately, I think we're rather stuck.
We have an uphill battle for any future changes in fuel or anything like that or energy in the near future.
Well, that kind of detoured a little bit there, but I'm glad that it did, because Sean has kind of got his hands
chugging away
inside
he
the nuclear
didn't care about our
reactor.
Conversation, so he actually sat there and was still just digging away at it.
Yeah.
We kept the conversation from interesting him too awful much, so he's just like, okay, they're talking about nuclear energy. Great.
Let him go. Let him do it.
Let him go.
I don't
yeah.
disagree. He's like, nuclear is the best energy really overall. I mean, so far at this point, I think it's one of the best options.
Yep, and it's one of the cleanest if we can figure out how to recycle this stuff.
Yeah,
That's
recycle it
really all
properly,
it is.
have the proper things in place to keep it safe. Absolutely.
In one form or another, put it in a hole is still the #1 way of
energy production.
Disposal of all things.
It's one of the simplest. But as far as disposal, I mean, if you're talking hydroelectric, there's no disposal. If you're talking wind energy, there's very little disposal. Yeah. If you're talking solar energy.
Yeah. Just all trash, contaminated soils, all of that. It's still a dump, one way or another. I live in that. I live in that world.
Vashbot just said, now mention Fortnite and watch his head snap. He just smiled. I see it. He smiled. He's like that.
I'm getting flashbacks to the 13700K talk now. Fortnite, blue screen.
Oh.
Well, I can tell you, I can tell you, not all chips are affected.
Yeah.
I only have one out of all of the all of the 13, 14 gen chips I have that are actually affected by that. And I can tell you, the easiest way to replicate it is just pop up Fortnite. When it goes to decompress textures, you'll start to get weird bugginess, weird stutters, or it'll just crash. If you start getting that, you pretty much know your chip's kind of screwed. And you could actually get by like disabling boost or like lowering the clock speed, but why? Like, you paid for a product, if it's under warranty, just RMA the thing.
Is
Sorry,
it
go ahead.
Intel's fault or is it Epic?
It is.
Is it a really piss poor optimized game?
No, unfortunately, it's not the game. I can say that it is actually Intel because they actually admitted and said, like, yes, there is some oxidation. They've admitted that there's a level of oxidation on some of the dies that was not caught, and so if you're affected, blah blah blah. They said they extended the warranty and all this stuff. It is what it is. Hey, I'll tell you right now, it's a bad look for Intel, but I think they handled it basically the best way they really could, which is, okay, we're gonna RMA it if there's a problem. What else can you do? I mean, if it gets out there, it gets out there. Life goes on. You have to deal with it.
Warranty a chip before? I don't have to with mine. I'm just curious.
I think it's 3 or 5 years.
I think 3.
Oh, it's a long time.
Intel may have bumped it a year or two, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because my present system is 1400K, and I've played a ton of Fortnite on it, along with many other games, and it runs perfectly stable. All my other test benches with 13th gen, I've tested them, and only one of them has an issue. And I haven't even bothered replacing it because, honestly, that chip is actually right here. So it has blue tape on it and says bad. So I just know it works, but bad.
It's not the full send one. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's this one. And then this is my IMC testing chip.
Full send.
Oh no, this one's 10,000 2700 F clock.
Okay.
Because I have to bend chips to test memory, so.
Curious. I think, as far as RAM goes, like, when do you feel like you need to go from like the 16 to the 32 gigabytes? Is there like a threshold for that?
What do you mean?
I would say it's kind of like per application, right? So it's kind of depending on what you're doing, right? If you're just playing games and stuff like that, you're probably only going to need 16 gigs. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Shannon.
For the most part, most games up to about 2023 would be perfectly fine on 16 gigs. After 2023, you will notice that some recommendations are definitely heading toward 32. And honestly, just with what I've seen from some updates from partners, there's a reason that 48 gig kits exist, because 32 might not necessarily be absolutely enough soon. What's up, Sean?
What's bad news?
This the F panel connector actually doesn't fit.
What?
That's not possible.
Are you on the right header?
It doesn't fit. It has this gigabyte thing. The pins don't line up.
I've never seen a board that didn't work with.
Interesting. Me too.
It doesn't fit.
You could plug it into that interposer thing, but it should plug on still without that interposer quick connect. But wait, that might be one of those special ones where all the pins are separate apart instead of all together in one block, but that's pretty normal. He said bro's plugging it to the USB.
No, because it would actually mostly fit there, weirdly enough, I think, because that's the right size connector.
Correct. No, it is. So it is a USB actual pin.
It looks like a USB pin out, but
it's pinned to do the front panel. So it should be pinned out to do your
and
LED.
Which board is that again? X870 Eagle?
Yeah, Wi-Fi 7.
Okay, I'm looking at. Give me one second. I'm looking at the manual for it right now.
It's weird.
I'm looking at the manual. Give me a sec. Let's see. I don't mess around when it comes to this. We got this. Oh, let's see.
You go right here.
One of the pins should also be
I hate
blocked
this
out,
so much. I just
Yes, what?
I'm flipping the table. It fit. I couldn't get it to fit before.
It should work. I'm looking at it right now. It's the same
I got it in there.
Oh,
You did it wrong.
I was looking at the wrong set of maps.
you were sticking it in the wrong hole.
Yes.
It was not a critical failure.
I was
Thankfully.
actually sticking
He
it
did
in the
not
right
sta-
hole, but slightly off of the other pins that are slightly smaller and misaligned, but also have the same number.
We will call it a tactical miscalculation.
Sean, you got a hydrate check after that.
Oh, if it helps any, I have not drank any water since I started this.
Yeah.
Why can't we clip
Pat.
He needs some Brondo. He needs some Brondo.
I need to finish this because I also have to leave in 15 minutes. So
That's been sent to Gigabyte now too, so.
That's good. That's good.
Did you send it to KP?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
I actually pulled up their manual. I've got it up here on one of my screens because I'm like, there's no way that motherboard's different.
Yeah. Sean's a little different, but the motherboard.
That's
no,
another
motherboard's
story
fine.
entirely.
Sean's
Sometimes
changed,
my
not the
brain
motherboard, yeah.
just decides it's done for the day.
It's what plants and Sean crave, is what
Yeah.
someone typed.
I love it.
Okay, let's do power cables then.
Slow smokes, I like you,
my
man.
God.
You're a good dude.
Dude, you haven't even done the cables yet? I thought you built a PC before.
I am gonna dip at 8:30, but wait, you're leaving too at 8:30, Sean?
Yeah,
I
got it.
also have to go at
It's
8:30.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say at 11:30, I've got to cut. I'm sorry, guys,
So
but
so what is that? 6 minutes?
so it's
You have
6 minutes.
6
5
minutes
minutes
to
from
wrap
now.
it up.
I got this. You guys
got
keep
this?
talking about other things.
Vashbosh actually has a good question. He says, what if happens if I bought the wrong RAM? It says XMP, not Expo. You're perfectly fine. Most all motherboards have a translation layer. It'll just say AEMP or DOCP or something like that. It'll just run the XMP profile. Obviously, for optimal AMD performance, because they run tighter at lower speeds, you want like an Expo kit, like, you know, something like a 6000 through 6200 C30, C32, somewhere around there. You're going to get much better performance, whereas XMP will be better tuned for the Intel-based platforms. So I would say you could still be fine. You could still enable it as long as it's not like some crazy high speed your chip won't support.
Okay.
I found that out the hard way.
I did not know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the XMP is actually pretty across the board generic, like DOCP, all that will work. It's just it'll be a translation layer, so it'll work the best it can with it. I love how he says, Knight is still young. It's like, bro, I'm like over 40. It's like,
So
I'm over 40. I'm tired.
After our conversation, I'm starting to think that I'm mostly just use my computer at home just for gaming. That 32 gigs seems to be like we're entering that realm.
Yeah, 32
Where that
gigs, I would say, is a pretty
is
safe place
starting-
to be now.
Yeah, that realm we're in. And I have DDR5, but just
Honestly,
that seems...
honestly, bro, even with DDR5 doesn't matter. The thing is, like, when you look, the fact is, when you have, like, recommended specs on games being 32 gigs or higher now, that's a good indicator that it's probably time to start heading that direction.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, our non-binary kits, like, we have the 48 gig, the dual 24 gigs, stuff like that, or dual 48 gigs. Because the other thing is, a lot of people love to fill the slots, which I understand that, but it's so hard for the CPU to handle that. So basically, you end up with really slower speeds. So I always recommend people get a good 2-stick kit. I've even told I've even had talks with board manufacturers. I'm like, start building gaming boards with 2 slots. Just build all the gaming boards with 2 slots, because most people only will use 2. And if you're putting in 4, you're just super stressing your system out, because your memory controller built on your CPU, on your IMC. When it has to go across that, when you're talking like dual rank and it's got to interleave between those 4 DIMMs, it becomes really hard for it to handle all that
physical
signaling.
aspect to this, then, yeah.
Well,
like,
it's electrical
Yeah.
aspect. So what it is like, for example, on 4 DIMM boards, if you only use 2 DIMMs, there's actually the extra DIMMs are actually like the wires going to it, or when I say wires, I mean like the traces. Those act like antennas, so they will pick up different frequencies and things like that, and can cause overall instability at higher speeds. I'm a performance guy, so all my boards run 1 DIMM per channel, 2 slot boards, because that allows the best overall memory performance with less overhead, less latency issues, more ability to tweak things in BIOS.
Wow.
And
So
DDR5 doesn't necessarily like 4 DIMMs, I will say that, because DDR4 was air quote fine, Jonathan, but that was later on in DDR4's life. DDR4 when you first got it was not fine with 4 DIMMs.
Dude, 2133 megahertz stuff was awful.
2133 even with
Awful.
4 DIMMs was still trash.
So bad.
But over
yeah.
time it will get better and 4 DIMMs will work better. But at the end of the day, if you've got, you know, let's say even as things move along and you've got dual 48 gigs already, we've got like a 96 gig kit, 248 at 6000 CL40, let's say, which we're going to go much tighter on that soon. Once you do that, you have 96 gigs of memory. There's not really any games that are going to steamroll that. If you're looking to like, oh, well, you know, I do crazy video encoding and stuff. Well, great. You're not gaming then. So at that point, get a workstation board, put 4 DIMMs in it, call it a day. But you're also running that at JADEC speed. You're not trying to break, you know, you're not trying to go crazy and break the highest FPS possible. Now, if you're doing both, that's where it gets hard. Because, like, you know, let's say, oh, you're working, you're doing CAD drawings, you're doing engineering work, and you're also gaming, because then you got to find that balance.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
that
I'm
balance
just a gamer on
is-
mine. Yeah, I don't do any work on my home computer.
I mean,
X'd it.
I can't tell you how much smoother my EVGA dartboard runs with 2 sticks of Viper memory at like stupid high clock speeds than my 256 gig monster over here, Threadripper, that does all the editing and all that other stuff. Like, it's a workhorse. It'll do anything you throw at it, but like, man,
But it's
got
made
issues.
to do that.
Yeah, and then you got to tweak it. You got to mess with it a lot.
No
in order
idea.
to
And
work
it's a
right.
lot of unused horsepower to do that job. Like, for example, if you're gaming on a Threadripper, reality is, I mean, no, that's the thing. I actually did for a while to test it. That
Yep.
was the worst experience,
It's
bro.
terrible.
Because don't get me wrong, it does great for my render offloads. Threadripper or even like Cascade Lake, like the newest
Boss,
Intel workstation stuff. Fantastic.
See you, boss.
Later, man.
thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the info.
Oh shit, we're basically about to go, aren't we?
We're
Yeah.
close.
I'm
We
gonna
are
turn it on in about 2 minutes.
All right.
He's pushing.
He's
okay,
rubbing,
and
he's
there's
rubbing
a,
it. We're happy.
We're
There's
just
gonna be
continuing.
there's gonna be a quick Taco Bell ad here in a second, I think.
And then I'm gonna want to go get
Maybe
Taco
not.
Bell because they're open till like 3 a.m. or some shit, or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm
what's
not
the Taco
wire
Bell
managing
order?
that hard anyway, because I have to take it
Dude.
all out.
I have an app, so I mean I could just order it and then go pick it up or something.
Yeah.
Taco smells.
Taco smells.
Yeah, I will tell you, if you want alternative fuels, just eat Taco Bell for a while. You can get to make your own alternative fuels.
That's right.
Why go green? Go brown.
That's right. Or red, depending on how you.
Oh no, that's Chipotle.
Fiery.
The-
Oh my gosh, I will not eat the Chipotle red sauce, dude. I have been screwed up, but I don't know what it is. I don't. If anyone else in chat has had a bad experience with like eating Chipotle, it's happened multiple times
The
to
chat's
me
just
too.
gonna fill with poop emojis.
I don't know. Yeah, it is not. Chipotle green, absolutely. Yeah, but not the red. I don't know.
Hey Kev, does this make you think of the South
That's
Park
my
Chipotle
theory. It's
episode?
the red sauce.
yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just built differently. I love the hot sauce.
Dude,
really
I
do.
love-
the
oh,
red.
I liked how it tastes.
I love hot sauce.
Yeah, I liked how it
I
tastes. It
love
just
hot
screws
sauce.
my insides up. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Shannon, is it worse to eat the Chipotle with the red hot sauce, or is it worse to go have an actual serving of like hot ramen noodles in Taiwan? Because you know what I mean when I'm saying the hot ramen noodles, where it burns as you're smelling and scooping it into your mouth. It's like oh, I'm clearing out my sinuses. Oh, okay. But it is like the most delicious ramen that you've ever had. It's so good.
I would sacrifice for that. Yeah. I found out. This is kind of a side topic. I found out that like most wasabi is not real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yeah,
don't think any of us have ever had real wasabi. I mean, I haven't had real wasabi. I guess.
If you've traveled abroad or gone to
Yeah, I have.
Computex or something, yeah,
No.
Okay.
it's not exactly.
I think Sean,
Real
I think Sean
wasabi
is about to
doesn't
click
hurt.
something.
Wasabi doesn't hurt.
It's a pleasurable hot.
In the interest
Yeah,
of how
it's
close
like
we are in
a-
time,
It's almost what I call a euphoric spice. It's like a spice that
Yeah.
basically it gets up into your sinuses. But when you get one that's bad, like you could tell. I mean, I don't know if you ever had bad wasabi. That's just not. It's just junk.
Yeah. it's
Oh, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. It like hits like here instead of here. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Like it should be here,
It
and
hurts your jaw and like the back of
Yeah.
your neck. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's just because of like the potency of it, or the
Yeah,
way
what
that
it
they
uses.
process it, or whatever. But yeah, the real stuff you grate by hand, and that's actually how I saw it too. Because I saw this lady putting something on whatever she was having. I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, and yeah, she's shaving up some wasabi. It's freaking
Dude.
cool.
I'm scared. He's putting the panel on.
I know.
I don't mess
Yeah,
around.
Table's still shaking, but I'm used to it now.
Yeah,
Base-
okay,
it's
and
a base
he
shake.
just laid it.
Oh.
Did you see it there?
This feels like I feel like we need that warning sign right before the nuke goes off in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh
Like
my
as
God.
this is happening.
We're gonna
That
try.
snaps on just nicely
It's
on the top
super
right
easily.
there.
Yeah. And there you can swap them around. If you don't want to just swap the feet, you could just swap the whole panel.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
You can do that too. Yes, because everything is interchangeable. It flips.
I'm not gonna lie. When my 11 Evo may be going bye bye soon because that actually looks really sick.
Sean, pull plastic off the front.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Gotta open my RAM and then put it in and turn it on.
You still have to put RAM in, dude.
You say you still have to do a lot of things, but this is like...
You said 6 minutes ago that we'd be done.
I feel like this is not a challenge. I feel like the RAM is the easiest thing you can put in it.
Watch him.
I feel like the
pull-
RAM is like when you build your first computer is really scary. Like you're like,
Oh, the crunch.
yeah, the crunch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, as you're clicking and it's like,
You're like, and you kind of have to push kind of hard, you know.
and you're always worried if you're doing it the right direction. That's why I tell people,
Yeah.
especially on DDR4, DDR5, there's a space of missing pins.
Yes.
So when you look at that, you
Correct.
can identify that on the slot. Or with
Yes.
Patriot memory, we always put our decals so they face the CPU.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
So when you
That's
look at them,
good.
you'll notice the label faces the CPU. So if you look at your case, you'll never actually see it unless you're like somehow have your case weirdly backward, which then
Yeah, this part.
I don't
that
know
Sean's
what's wrong
doing.
with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a case where someone does it like that, where you'd actually see like the IO side, Kev?
He's doing it wrong.
Oh.
Is he putting it in backwards?
Let's not. Yeah, hopefully it's not backwards like the.
I'm just waiting
like
for
the
him to
power
be-
supply.
Well, when he tries
got
to
it.
go
I always do
down
everything
like
backwards.
this,
I
and
always
it does like the seesaw effect.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
if you
middle
ever push
pin.
on it and it seesaws at all, or it doesn't just snap, back off, flip it. And if it still doesn't, it's not USB, something's wrong. You got the wrong RAM. Wait, the DDR3 doesn't work at DDR5? It's backward compatible, right?
Yeah.
I've actually had, I make that joke, but I've had someone ask me if RAM was backwards compatible before.
This is what I'm using,
And
by
then-
the way, in case I didn't say that earlier. Thank you, Shannon. Going
Of
fast.
course, buddy.
You want to
But
talk
those
about
are-
it?
Those are
Go
gonna do
ahead.
some fun stuff. Well, no, they're just, they're 6,000 megahertz DDR5, dude. They're gonna be more than enough for what you need. I mean, this isn't even its final form, as far as I understand.
Nope, it is not.
I expect pictures when you actually have it done, dude.
Well, I'm gonna do that again, but in their kitchen.
In whose kitchen?
My kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's like in their kitchen. I'm like, whose kitchen?
You're supposed to know who they are. Yeah. No.
I don't know they.
Because I also, yeah, I have a second system to build too. So. Clickety clackety.
I do have 32 gigs.
I
yeah.
heard a snap. That's good.
Oh, it's heavy now. It'd be heavy now.
Kevin, that look on your face was perfect. Because you and I felt it internally. You actually visualized it. As he flipped it over, you're like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is
hey.
the power's on.
slow smokes. I just gotta say, you don't have to save the cable management for next time if there is no cable management. It's just
There isn't
I
any.
can't- Hey,
See?
I can't see it from my house. Just saying.
There isn't the need to cable manage. It's done. It's done.
That's how good. That's how good the Be Quiet case is. You
It's
just slap the panel on, she's done.
It's the easiest thing ever. I don't think I plugged this in, but it's the easiest thing ever otherwise.
I think he forgot the rear. I think he forgot the rear
LaCroix.
fan.
I did. I sure did.
Wiggle it.
For the first time ever in history, there's no fan header on
It's
that side
always
of the board.
I can
Hey,
always
fi-
judge how dangerous that table is by if it moves more than the ZOTAC logo spinning over it.
I'll plug this in later. Doesn't even have RGBs. Stressing you guys out yet?
Just a little.
Stress.
Yet? We came onto this stream pre-stressed.
I
Yeah. Stress
I
test.
want to
yeah.
see flame. I mean, RGB.
As long as it's from a Be Quiet product and not mine, I'm okay. If my RAM catches on
Nice
fire,
realized.
my internet's suddenly gonna go out.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet after all this? Sean forgot to have somewhere to plug it in.
I did.
I knew it. I called it. I knew it.
I
Watch
100%
them plug
did.
it into like an extension cord or something, like your grandma's extension
Oh,
cord,
God.
2
Oh,
prong.
yeah. Well, I just cut the end off.
And it's like, hey,
it.
the wires are like taped together like multiple times down the run of it. As he's running the PC to test it, you see that the electrical tape starts to turn into heat shrink.
Unbelievable.
Very believable. This is Sean we're talking about. Come on, buddy. You
Sean,
got
the
this.
anticipation.
It just-
It's killing me.
I want to see this thing boot, dude.
Oh, it won't do that.
Shut up. This will happen. Don't. We've been on this for
It will turn on and go flashy colors, though.
almost 3 hours. We've been on this
Here we
almost
go.
3
Do it.
hours. We got this. Come on.
Do it.
That's funny. S-Rank's like, I like you guys.
Ooh. Mm.
Okay, the Be Quiet stuff lights up. That's good.
Hey, it's not on
Is
fire.
my
we're
RAM
doing
on
good.
fire? Is my RAM? My RAM looks okay. It's lit up.
It looks good.
All the things are lit.
Itty bitty fan is running.
Nice.
I just was waiting for him to, like, shove his finger into something, be like, oh yeah, don't do that. Especially with that crazy Narnar fan you got in there.
Well,
Mhm.
that's the
On
one I
the
forgot to
back.
plug in.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's probably for the best.
The Finger Slicer 9000 by Be Quiet.
3 hours and 3 hours
28
and
minutes.
28 minutes.
guarantee you the
Sean.
next time I build it will be faster, but maybe not. I don't know. I just
Don't
like to
make
have
a guarantee
fun.
you can't keep, sir.
I just like to have fun.
So do we.
And what I've learned is sometimes fun takes longer.
Just put it in the power supply backwards. Sorry. It's fine.
Sometimes fun
That takes
All of
longer.
us are laughing. I'm pretty sure me and
Like,
Kevin are laughing at one thing, and he's laughing at another, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Where do I get to
It's
the
fine.
rainbow? There we go.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, I installed
Kevin.
all the fans the right direction.
Kevin, fun just takes longer.
It just takes longer.
It does. It
We're
does.
gonna have to remember that when we start planning shows. Hey guys, come on! You gotta give us an extra day at the show. Fun takes longer.
Fun takes.
Oh my god, that's my pitch from now on.
That's my game plan from now on.
Why do you need? Why do you need 2 extra? Why do you need 2 extra days of the event? Fun takes longer.
Fun takes longer.
Sharkums, the industry expert, has spoken.
Great quote.
Fun
That's
does
a
take
great
longer.
quote.
100%.
Fun does take longer.
Did we had fun, didn't we? We got
Yes, we
success.
did.
We had
Did it
success.
take longer than normal? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Is it a running PC? Yeah, it's on. It's running.
It's a running PC, and we might have hit the 3 hour, 30 minute mark, maybe slightly after, but I think we're okay. Oh god, someone clipped the fun takes longer. Oh no.
All right, here you go.
Oh.
Here you go, everyone.
Watch him pull the panel off with the peel. I've actually
dude,
done it.
Be careful.
Seriously, you can pull the panel
Careful.
off with that peel.
Yeah.
If it's not screwed in. If the top part's not screwed in, it will get you.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Because
screwed
I-
in.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
and then when you pop the top off, you'll see it's screwed in so before you can pop it out, so you're fine. But I'm legit, Kevin, on that case, when we were at CES, I took it apart and everything, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pull the thing. I pulled the plastic, just went to rip it off, and just about yeeted the thing onto the floor.
Yeah.
Is there plastic
That
on the
plastic
inside?
holds, man.
There is plastic
There's
on the
a-
inside.
There's plastic
Yep.
on the inside.
And dude, just wait till you see how sexy that looks with the plastic off. No, you can take it off, just pull the side panel. It's not like all the way to the edge. You'll see it in the middle. You should be able to pull it without pulling the panel, hopefully. Did I just start another adventure he didn't need?
No, there's a, it's like,
If you pull the top part off, Sean,
yeah.
the top grate, you'll see the screw where you can just pull that panel off. It's one screw. It's one screw and it pops out.
But
I think it's actually 2 now.
Oh, is it 2
But-
now?
Yeah, I think
it's like a perfectly cut piece.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it pops off. It comes off.
It does
Sean,
come off.
You have to take the top off first. The top you put on the vent, the top venting. Your right hand is sitting on it.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know. What I was saying was it doesn't
Plastic
go all the way up.
Yeah, you just have to
Mhm.
pull it off the inside.
I'll give it a try.
Oh. I should have never mentioned this, should I?
No, it would have been
never
more entertaining to watch him try.
I've never. Yep.
So do you see this screw that's at the top corner for the glass?
This one? Yeah.
Yes. And the one on the bottom. So those two come off and then it slides out.
I opened that clip for fun takes longer because I got to see this because that's just fucking hilarious.
And then there should be one on the bottom, and then that should just literally slide out from the side. Slide it towards you. Yeah, there you go. Boom. And then you should be able to get that plastic off.
Wow, that's really like perfectly fit.
Nice.
So,
Over under before ending before midnight. Esrag, I'm out of here in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
gotta-
sure
I'm
why I'm
ready to
still
say
standing
goodbye.
here.
I'm actually gonna head out now.
I really
but-
should have not mentioned that front panel glass because we could have been done with this. But
Yeah.
I
Yes.
mentioned it.
So Sean is going to put the glass panel on, and then we're all going to leave.
I'm gonna say goodbye because I also have to leave. And I will be live again at 6:00 in the morning tomorrow. As soon as I
Sean,
log off
let me
here.
know. Let me know how all that stuff works for you at the end of the day. Like, make sure everything. If you need any issues with tuning, let me know and I'll help you out.
Of course.
I will.
Yeah,
Alright.
same here.
You are all welcome
Alright.
to pop in and say hello to me if you want tomorrow. I'll just be in the ZOTAC
Oh,
Discord.
I'll be working. I'll be messing with you. You know that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. We'll do.
Maybe
hey,
I'll
thank
play
you.
some video games and make fun of you because you have to work. Or wait, he's probably playing video games. What am I saying?
I'm literally playing video games. Yeah. all
What are
day.
you playing tomorrow?
Just whatever I can find that has day zero. One of the ones I really want to play.
Oh, you got to have the D0 DLS support. Never mind.
What I was going to say was one of the games I really want to play is Deep Rock Galactic because that is apparently fun.
Oh,
There's actually
that
an
way.
insane list of cool multiplayer games.
All right, y'all.
It'll be fun. Hey,
See
thanks,
you, Kevin.
Woodley.
Yeah,
thank you,
Shannon.
dude.
Same
Yeah.
later, man.
Talk to you later. See you,
Well,
Sean.
thank you,
Bye.
everybody, for being here too. Chat, you
Yeah.
guys are awesome.
Thank all you guys for being awesome and listening to our old people talk.
Jesus Christ. Sorry for Sean being annoying as hell. I'm just trying to say goodbye and thank you for having us on, and we'll see you later. Jesus freaking-
Thanks. Be quiet, ZOTAC. Everyone forgets me. Ah. Oh, Kevin bailed.
Oh yeah, he's one of those people that feels like he just leaves when he's done.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm just gonna say goodbye and remind everyone I'll be here tomorrow.
Hell yeah, man.
Because I feel like that took a long ass time, but that is real pretty.
I'm just
Uh,
happy it's up and running for you, dude.
Me too. I'm really excited. There's currently no heat coming out of it, so we'll call it a success.
Well, yeah, no heat, but hey, as long as everything's working, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, we're
dude,
working.
But dude, like I said, you could try enabling the expo on that, but being 4 sticks, it's going to be a little iffy. Let me know how it runs for you. If you run into any issues, we can always tweak with it and mess with it a bit and see what we can make it do.
Beautiful.
Right on, man.
It ran through the self tests. I need to do a BIOS update on it and stuff, but I need to
of
go
course.
too.
But if it goes through the post sequence, it's pretty much good to go.
Cool.
Right on, man. Hey, if you have any issues, hit me up. And chat, thank you for being awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for I don't know. And by having us here, thank you for having me here, Sean.
Oh, thank you very much. Say also
Nice,
to
dude.
the others who are also here, because this has been fun. I frankly, building PCs, yes, I could have built this if I just sat here by myself quietly and built it really fast, but I love talking through tech.
Lies. It would have taken him longer. It would have taken him
I've
longer.
never done a, well, that's not true. I've done a fast
Longer.
build. I'll build that other one. Okay. I'll build that other one in a race. I will not be in. I will have a host and I will build it in a race. You, if I can get you and Kevin here again, y'all can just trash me while I just sit here. I'll take off my headphones and just race.
You're not going to take off your headphones because you have to hear us. There's no way you'd be able to survive. But hey,
That could be the blind game.
Oh,
Okay.
God. No, I actually had an idea I pitched to Kevin.
Okay.
If basically you have to blindfold and him and I guide you through building a PC blinded.
Okay.
Things will be destroyed, but it would probably be hilarious.
I'm totally 100% down. Do I get to wear gloves?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm mostly worried about, I guess, if the blood is only going to maybe damage a few things.
Well,
Just thinking.
that's why you get parts. If they get damaged, they get damaged. That's part of the fun of it.
Oh, I love it. Let's do this. I'm totally in. I'm so in. It might even be faster.
Well, yeah, if you end up having to go to the hospital to stop the bleeding, yeah, we'll have to stop the stream.
When I take my hand back out and part of the motherboard is attached to it, yes.
Or when you
Yes.
stick your hand in the Finger Masher 9000 by Be Quiet, you'll be say it. Anyway, Sean, have a good one, buddy.
You too as well. Thank you very much.
Later, man.
See ya. Well, thank you all for being here. I know this took a really long time. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. I hope you had fun. I had a blast. A little different than we normally do. It took a little longer. But I don't know, S-Reg is still here. S-Reg, thank you for doing the giveaways and all the support. If there's giveaway left, please wrap it up right now. And we'll say goodbye. Besides that, I'm going to come home. I need to go run an errand really quick. I'm going to come home. I'm going to swap the 4090 into this system and make sure that my OS and everything is squared off and ready to go. And then tomorrow morning, I will be live at 6 a.m. Pacific time, do an unboxing and installation and gaming with the newest technology. I could try. It might be fine. You never know. S-Rig. Anything else for me to cover? I don't think so. It might be the RGBs. If you can hear them, it might be because they're running at full RPMs. Oh, yes, and please follow me on my channel. I'm double checking to make sure that there are no giveaways running, and there are not. Cool. With that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you all for being here. Drop a follow on my channel if you haven't already. I do a ton of giveaways and a ton of cool stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. Thank you to, obviously, ZOTAC USA, Be Quiet, Patriot Viper, Gigabyte for making it possible. We'll be playing with this tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. We will see you soon.
In the dark, I'm starting my quest. Homeworld 3 gonna be the best. ZOTAC Gaming leading the way. Gonna conquer the galaxy, no delay. Spaceship so sleek, ready for flight. With power and speed, we'll take the fight into the unknown. We venture high. Homeworld 3, let's touch the sky. Level up, we're on a new mission. ZOTAC Gaming, igniting our vision. Homeworld 3, the future is ours. Blasting through galaxies, reaching for the stars.
start to spin. ZOTAC